There's a VTuber by the name of Sinder. And Cinder is basically like, a typical VTuber. She does the Hellhound thing. That's her like shtick. And what's important about this is what we'll get into. Yeah, I was like just having a conversation with someone recently about how like the VTuber community is kind of going through growing pains because a lot of the people in it don't have work experience. And so they don't really know how to work in a workspace or do business navigation and like negotiations. That's pretty rare. A lot of people struggle with a lot of different things in the business. Okay, so yeah. So there is this person, Natalis, and as we read this, we're like, "Hi, I'm here to share something that has affected me personally and hurt others. This was very hard for me, but it feels necessary. Please do not send hate to anyone on my behalf." By the way, I should say that Natalis, I was talking with people. Natalis has been in drama before. The artist has ended up in drama before and like rebranded and a yada yada. You know the whole thing where it's like I draw edgy art and now I don't because I got my shit pushed in by the community, right? But yeah, that's basically who Natalis is. Natalis makes some of the most big models you've seen in VTubing. Iron Mouse has been on their list. I mean, we could just go through Natalis's stuff. Okay, so I mean, we could see. By the way, let me just say for your card, probably want to put your work on here. This is your portfolio, and I know you probably make a lot of money, but I can't see your work. Okay, I can't even read what her portfolio says here. I pulled up her Blue Sky, so you can see some of her models here, right? Like, look at the honkers on that one. Like, oh boy. We got a Cinder one, great honkers on that one too. Basically, Natalis, who is I would say a veteran in the industry. I don't know how long they've been in the industry for, but they're a professional, right? Like they know what they're doing, so they should know how to act and all that stuff, right? So Natalis says, I wanted to share my experience with Cinder and Red manipulating me, using me, and dragging me into their drama while sabotaging, slandering, and spreading lies about people I thought were their closest friends. Not only do I no longer wish to work with Cinder, but I want to share that I have endured over the years and shed light on what she's been doing behind people's backs to protect artists and friends that may be expecting something similar. So I've skimmed this. It's basically the main crux of this, and what a lot of people are hanging on to is the concept of gatekeeping an artist. They're talking about it like, so basically, Red, who may or may not be Cinder's long-term partner, has propositioned Nautilus with the idea of a non-compete agreement. Basically, that Nautilus is the pocket artist for Cinder and nobody else. And that gatekeeping is predicated on Cinder and Red not liking some other VTubers. It's not really gatekeeping, it's a non-compete if we're talking about it in a professional sense. And I should just say right now, that a non-compete is pretty fucking normal in a lot of industries, especially in a creative industry. It's happened in YouTube. It happens with editors a lot, actually. Editors get non-competes quite a bit. Like either you're not able to start a channel while you're working for me as an employee, or this, that, or the other thing, or artists. Sometimes it'll happen, or it'll happen a lot in the games industry because sometimes you work on a project and you get trade secrets. So there's like a grace period where you can't really work on something that's similar to that for a long period of time. The stipulations for these kind of agreements are really specific. And the reason that I'm laying this all out here for you is that this is an industry that should be able to manifest a non-compete and has been able to with stuff like Hololive and V Shoujo. They 100% have non-competes. There's no way they don't. I mean, part of the reason that those VTubers graduate and then lose access to all the stuff is like, part of that's also similar in a line to non-compete, right? But yeah, like the specifications for these things need to be really specific, right? But yeah, we'll go through the rest of this. The problem with artists is you don't want non-competes. Usually an artist working with several models gets you a return in people interested. I mean, yeah, like if you're a commissions artist and you're working for commission Absolutely. But we're talking about like if you're like moving to like a professional industry, like you get non-competes. That happens. You know, that's not like an abnormal thing. But it's like really here's the thing, right? Even before I get onto this document, and I haven't like skimmed over all the info, but like if Cinder and Red are able to offer Nautilus a comparable income to what they'd be getting if they were working for commission, and Nautilus takes it, that's like an agreeable thing, right? And also, uh, a lot of that needs to be specified. It can't just be like a blanket statement. You can't do art for anybody ever. It needs to be specific things like, oh, you can do this, but you can't do this, or you can do this, but you can't do this. And I know commission work is really regular, and I think that's fine. But like, I can tell you right now that income isn't steady if you're a commissions worker, and it's like, brother, we like if we have agencies in this, like, and what, you just don't get any benefits, or like what, you do some work and then you have to hope that the good graces of everything else is going to carry on in the future. Anyway, blah blah blah, let's go on. I think something interesting is that there did seem to be appear some leveraging of whatever stakes Cinder and Red have in gamer subs, which does create something new and consistent enough. Yeah, that's another thing. There's also all these growing businesses involved who might want to like sign on in-house artists. I don't know if that's really what's going on here. So English not being my first language and a language barrier, I discussed the situation, my feelings, and my thoughts with native English speakers who helped me put into words everything so clear without any misunderstandings due to the lack of English skills. If this drama was happening in commentary and we read a paragraph like this where we find out that Nautilus had help putting together the document, we would have eaten Nautilus alive in this community. Okay? Like in the drama community, you getting help on a document to help with the verbiage of it is tantamount to that person helping you write the document. Yeah, I know Cinder released an apology. We'll get to that like really far down the line. I'll start with screenshots showing them speaking ill of other creators, spreading rumors while manipulate. Okay, and so this is also why that I couldn't take this seriously, right? We've talked about how to form a Google Doc before. And my favorite fucking thing is when somebody's like, they were trying to keep me from working with other people, which ultimately the non-compete and the gatekeeping is the most important part of this drama. But they start with the slandering other creators. I don't give a fuck if you talk bad about me behind my back. In the VTubing community, everybody does, and everybody says they don't. Everybody's like, I don't like drama. I'm not somebody who likes drama. I don't like to talk about others behind their back. But they're all doing it. Everybody who says, I don't like drama or I don't like bringing that into my life is a fucking liar. Let's see. In addition to spreading ill rumors, they also complain and accuse Bao. Bao is like the whale VTuber who is famous for inflation, right? Am I correct on that? Bao is the inflation one. uh and accuse Bao of giving their editor too much work. I mean, okay, like I have witnessed, worked with, and been on both sides of the aisle for this. You guys know that I edit for other YouTubers professionally. I also edit in a professional capacity along with my job as teaching. Um, but I just find that really funny. Like this is gossip. And they accuse Bao of giving their editor too much work, resulting in the editor not having any time for new clients, which will be important later on. Which is by the way, exactly what is happening with Cinder now, right? This is the same thing. Usually, so another thing I've seen a lot is in order to keep employees, and sometimes this is good or bad, right? So like, you know, obviously YouTubers can sometimes present like really competitive wages for video editing, and then you just give the editor a shit ton of work and they're just always going to work for you. Um Oh my god. But like, what is too much work, right? Maybe Bao's editor just wants to work with Bao and doesn't want to work with Cinder, right? That could be true too. The point is that we don't know, and this is just shop talk. This is just shop gossip. This is shop gossip. Because I have conversations like this in public too with tubers. This is normal. The screenshots below show them showing their affection and appreciation, immediately followed by spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic and manipulate any further discussions regarding commissions. So Nanolist is the artist, and then Redacted Red is the manager. Redacted Red is the manager of Sinder and also alleged partner. Okay? That's a really funny comparison. Property management companies do that with plumbing contractors too, as do contractors do with their workers. It's just business. Yeah, but that's not. I guess that's not like it's not culturally appropriate in this community. I've been around long enough that I'm like, okay, I understand why this would exist. But a lot of these guys got their job in 2020 and haven't worked a single other job a day in their life. So they struggle with that. A fucking course. I wanted to understand it better. Specifically, if I cancel her for the second time. Well, with blank, she's given a lot of priority at gamer subs, sometimes over Cinder, and we can't really confront them about it. Plus, she's gone 3D lately. Bao has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with, which is just like the competitive nature of the industry. I will tell you that I can't pay the people who edit for me enough. So I provide and try to. I've been very busy lately, but I provide them with like education. And also, I also consider myself friends with the people that I bring on as editors. So, hopefully that keeps them from leaving. But it's not like I can, bread them up, right? I would understand why they would leave, right? But that's just the nature of the biz, right? That's just the nature of the biz. Uh, she hijacked our YT editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with. We've gotten to know her better being friends with her, but she really rubs us the wrong way with the way she does things. We wanted to try and safeguard our most important artist from her since she's already gone and taken our editor. Which, by the way, if you want to know why YouTubers don't list their editors under videos, usually, most of the time, this is why. Because another YouTuber will try and poach talent, um, which just happens. And this is such like a fire from the hip industry that talent just gets poached all the fucking time. There are a lot of guys who do it, and they're pretty good at doing it. The right opinion, I mean, he does it. He's good at doing it, and I know he pays decent. But it happens quite a bit. Okay, so here's some things that I can say just from like a management perspective to this Red guy. So Red's trying to open up negotiations, right? This is an opening of negotiations regarding getting Nanolist as an exclusive artist. Um, Here's why you don't want to open with insulting the competition. It puts the other person on the back foot going, oh, what else could they be saying about me? It's one of those things where it's like, imagine you went to interview with a company and you were asking, like, they were asking you questions about, like, oh, where else have you worked? And as you're talking to the HR person or the CEO or the boss or whoever you're interviewing with, they're talking bad about places you've worked at. Would that make you feel comfortable? Would you agree to that? I don't think so. I know I wouldn't. Um, it's not a good way to open up negotiations. Are you covering Cinder's Google Doc response? Yeah, I should be. I will be. Right. So that's a really poor way to open up negotiations. I'm gonna guess this red guy doesn't have a lot of experience with negotiating. You probably want to just shoot straight from them, be like, listen, we really like your art. We think you do a good job. We can meet a competitive rate and get you a deal with GamerSups, but we want you to do the model art for us only, and we will pay you a considerable fee to do that. Right. So like that's one of the important things, right? Is that a non-compete needs to be hyper specific, right? It can't be everything. You can't say Nanolist, you can't do art for anybody but us. It has to be Nanolist. You can take commissions from other people, but when it comes to doing model art or a specific kind of thing, that's only for us. And it's like, well, we love working with you. Cinder wouldn't be Cinder without Nano. Okay, but like, let me tell you the T. about the music video thing. Oh my god, this motherfucker is such a little gossipy bitch. Bao had original songs last year that had music videos by her editor, and the songs flopped. I mean, this is really unprofessional. This is really unprofessional. It's not like I was thinking that this red guy like whipped his cock out and was like, "Natalie, suck my wiener," with the way people are talking about it. But this is just like little gossipy shit. Bao had an original song that had music videos by her editor, and the songs flopped. Her editor met us at TwitchCon and was saying that he'd love to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. We've managed to have him squeeze in the Boss Rush music video between his work with Bao. He says he loved working on it and is super excited to work on the next music video project. Boss Rush's song is blowing up, and he's credited as the editor. I ask him when he's free to do the next project. All of a sudden, he changes his mind and is only working with Bao going forward. No explanation. He doesn't really owe you an explanation work-wise. I mean, is that a dick move from the editor? Yeah. And is maybe Bao's just paying better? Maybe Bao's just paying better. Sweeten the pot. You know, offer something up, you know? So here's what I think. I think people didn't like Sinder. I haven't asked around. I'm going to ask around. But I think people actually, there's like some private behind the scenes beef, Mr. Gamer, that people socially don't like Cinder and she's a bitch socially. So they took an opportunity to swing on her, and this is the opportunity they're taking. The way I read a lot of this is Nano was entertaining some of this and realized that it'd be better to win brownie points by getting ahead of it if this ever came out. That's just me. Yeah, Buddy Pinky promised. Yeah, I mean, if nothing's in writing, how discernible is it, right? To be fair, you learn how to do interviews and negotiate by doing it multiple times with multiple people. I got feedback from interviewers that made me change how I presented information. True, but also we touch grass, assumedly, right? So we get like the experience.
Baba Booey.
Honestly, Nanola's stock is most important in severity but least important community-wise. People didn't like her and there was background beef. That's why like 6 stocks came out after this dropped.
Yeah, well, I had clocked that already because I was like, oh, this reads like ACC stuff. This reads like ACC stuff, right? I don't think I'm wrong in saying that, right? Because the added, yeah, her being Cinder. Yeah, it really does feel like people didn't like Cinder and is something that we don't know because a lot of it is either private. Oh, the gamer subs thing is another one. We'll talk about that later because that kind of comes up in a little bit. But I want to continue with this doc first before we get too complicated in the story, right? Let's see. All of a sudden and then Nautilus sends the sweating Pepe. There's some missing context since we know how Bao is behind the scenes, but basically we don't have a music video editor now for our next Boss Rush project. We think Bao got pissed off that our editor did an original music video song for her friends without her knowing, and it did 100 times better than her original songs last year, that she locked him up so no one else could work with him, which is completely possible and not out of the realm of possibility. Like that's really possible. That happens a lot. I know it happens a lot. I've seen it. Usually the way you keep them is really good wages. I've met editors with really fucking phenomenal wages and they're doing like maybe 20 hours a week. Usually they're salaried. But like I've seen it. Let's see. And then had him make a and then had him make it public on Twitter that he was only working with her going forward, like a literal announcement tweet. Not everything requires an announcement tweet. That's another thing that the VTuber community does a lot. They keep doing like announcement tweets, and it's cringe, and I don't like it. But it seems to be like a model of the industry over there, and it's really bad. Honestly, I think it's really bad. Yeah. So very short since it's been brought up. Kirsch was signed to GamerSups, and Kirsch is basically she's a right-wing VTuber who talked about great replacement theory. And is like a fucking you know exactly the type of VTuber she is. Let's see. And now she's been barking up the tree of one of our live 2D animators. So like, and you and a nano model. Yeah, looking for me. It sounds sus for sure. This isn't sus. This isn't sus. This is how business works. This is how business works. Red should just put it on the table. Red's beating around the bush like he's a fucking spring chicken. Okay? This person's beating around the bush like he's a virgin who's never had sex and he doesn't know how to move from foreplay to intercourse. Okay? Brother, you just want to grab Nanolist and have something exclusive. Say it. Right? Bao may or may not be taking people and then using them exclusively. Probably are, personally. There's a lot of high-level talent. Why wouldn't you keep it? Okay? Right? So just say it. Why are they beating around the bush? That's cringe. I don't know. It's so annoying, man. Oh, she has a way of guilt tripping people to get her. Red asked me to cancel one of their closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress, manipulating me into thinking it was okay since she has many connections, and she'll be fine anyway. So I wouldn't feel guilty or worry about it too much. It was upsetting me that Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I had planned for Bao.
Explain in 40k
Oh
terms.
boy. Fucking you guys know when like Fulgrim was, this is like the Fulgrim thing. This is like when Fulgrim became, wait, no, was it Fulgrim? No, this is when Magnus. This is when Magnus had his moment. This is the Magnus moment. Diesel, he doesn't even know enough 40k. Yeah, see, yeah, he just knows the meme about Magnus doing nothing wrong. Magnus did do something wrong. Okay, so it doesn't seem like any of these messages are about them being propositioned right now, so I assume that it comes up later.
Broke bitch behavior.
uh, let's see. Did you cancel models? I did not. Nano arc delayed to 2026. I'm scared to cancel with Bao. You shouldn't be. She has so many connections. She'll find someone super fast. Oh, that's scummy. That's scummy. That's completely unjustifiable, right? So if Nanolist is getting a bag, assumedly minimum 10k, we're talking about, okay, this guy is like cancel for over the price of a car. I just want to clarify that this guy is like, hey, can you cancel for over the price of a car? All right, you better be able to foot that bill, buddy. Like, there's just no way around it. Oh my god. I remember, let's see, you shouldn't be, she has many connections. Did you already design her outfit? I remember her
Name
showing it to
McName
us at
name celebrates 16
WeebCon.
months of membership. The goblin is forcing me to shill mana potion, coffee emoji.
That's so true. If you click that link, you can head over to manapotioncoffee.com and buy some of our wonderful coffee or teas. Don't worry, much like Nanolist's art, our artist also put tits on the merchandise. So yeah, they're definitely saying this is definitely just straight up like insane to ask. I don't really think that's appropriate considering the amount of money that's being levied right now. Like if you're Red, you can't just be like, "Hey, cancel and work exclusively for us." You need to be like, "Cancel and also I'll cover the cost." Right? Because that's minimum 10 grand, right? We already looked at the card. We know it's minimum 10 grand. Exclusivity and blacklisting other creators. In the messages below, they mentioned wanting an exclusivity contract, but they didn't want to pay for exclusivity. Rather, when a creator from their blacklist comes asking for a commission, they would guarantee me model work for Cinder only. And if anyone asks me for commissions, they'd commission me instead to compensate for not working with other creators. That's insane. That's insane. Oh my god. I can't imagine getting a client and then that client hitting you with the, listen, I won't pay you extra, but I'll cover the costs anytime somebody who's a non-wanted creator approaches you. That's not even an, like, oh, this is not how like a non-compete would work at all. Oh my god. It felt very strange given that one of the accusations they made was overlooking their editor, yet their solution to me was working with other creators was for them to essentially overwork me and keep me from other no, well, first of all, they were going to pay you. It's not overwork if they're paying you. and you agree to that. Okay, I'm sorry, but like you make the deals that you sign as an independent. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Like you need to advocate for yourself in negotiations, and you definitely have the power in this. You have more power than you let on. Um, but it's just like you need to be able to put your foot down and be like, listen, man, if you're not going to be bringing me on and paying me for the cost of what I'd be getting if I was working with all these people, you need to present something really reasonable to me. Because it's like they can't just give you a blacklist and then not pay you extra. Like you need to get paid extra. Period. The messages below show that their primary concern is more that the non-Cinder models I make them less valuable than my existing models become. It's hard to say how much this mess with my mind as an artist by working with other people. I'm somehow making my existing models less special. I mean, I guess it really depends on how varied your models are, really, or how special your work is. If your work is truly outstandingly special, and you work with a lot of people and you do a lot of work, it could devalue your art because a lot of people can get their hands on it. But you also charge 10 grand. So I don't think a lot of people are approaching you that can't afford it. I mean, I'm actually, you know what? Never mind. I 100% believe that there are plenty of VTubers who would approach not being able to afford because they're stupid. Um, but like, damn. Let's see. Following like let's say Nautilus had some special kind of workflow that nobody else in the industry was doing that put their models a leg above the rest. And then you said, I don't want other people to be able to have this. I want this to be a secret between us, right? Don't put this out there. You work for us now. That's different, right? But again, they're not really specifying it well. Following screenshots is them setting up a blacklist saying I'm not allowed to work with any new clients or create any new outfits for Vtuber 1. Specifically and justifying those things by saying that with each model, my art becomes less unique and special, and therefore Cinder somehow will become less special. Well, I don't know. There's like a billion VTubers out there. I don't know really what separates one from the other. Um, didn't seem to be an issue with Thomas Kincaid. Very distinct style that it didn't exactly get cheaper with more of it. Yeah, the problem is that everybody hates him. So they wanted this person to not be freelance and instead work for them. Yes, they wanted this person to work for them exclusively. But the only real problem is that they haven't offered them anything. They haven't made it worth their while is what I'm saying. Oh my god. The idea that my work as an artist and designer is devalued by working with other people is insane and hurtful. After realizing what taking a deal with them would really mean for both my workload and my mental health, I backed out. Okay. Two things, and this is me speaking as an independent who works either like on commission or in the field. Like when I teach, that's a contract I've signed. I'm a contract worker as a teacher, and I know that sounds really crazy, but yeah, that's true. So I don't know when I get my job back. I just have it for a specific set of time, and then it's gone. It's the same thing for working on a film set. I work on a film set for my specialized skills for a set amount of time, and then it's gone. So I don't really know where my next paycheck is coming from sometimes, and that's terrible, and I hate it and it's miserable, which is why I do this and enjoy doing this. Um, but we get like that's really common in the arts industry, right? Workload is really something that needs to be worked out with the employer. I know that as an independent contractor, that I make my workload as heavy as possible, and it is completely my fault that I'm working that much. Same thing with mental health. They have a knock-on effect on each other. None of the models are special except for the ones that are drawn and rigged by the streamer for them to use. I mean, it's just like if you think the model's special, I mean, it's art. It's all values determined by the person viewing it, right? They didn't offer a contract or anything. Well, here's the thing. Part of this is like I don't even think they got to like a formal negotiations. I think Red is just kind of spitballing, feelering it. But it's kind of hard to tell because Nanolist went and published this document. So maybe there is a contract offered. Maybe there's something more concrete, but I'm not seeing that. Diesel's winking. I don't want to wink. It's just I have an eye twitch.
Tuber model artist value is based off clout. Usually Nanolas has valuable stuff cause she did Cinder's model and gamer subs.
Well, yeah. That's yeah. I mean, like, if we wanted to have some kind of model exclusivity, what would you need to make that sustainable for you? So here he is. He's pitching it. He's saying, we want you exclusive. What do you want for it? Hit me with a number. Maybe you can share one of your ideas and I can check what I think. Okay, I got some ideas for this, I guess. I was driving. What are you thinking? Okay, so ask for help from my friends. They don't know it's you, don't worry. So a monthly fee, calculating my monthly earnings. Also, how long would this be? If it counts for models I already worked on. Yeah, guaranteed work trumps commission work every time like this. Seems like they were hand wringing over the indie work because this seems like more of a corporate structure. Yeah, I gotta be honest, guys. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I love doing this, but it's just like you not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from is probably the worst thing ever. And just the arts field is filled with that. So if I could get guaranteed work as a creative, 100% I'd do it. I would take the security because it would increase my quality of life. Um, People really think they like the independence of it, but there's a give and take with that. You need to be really self motivated and have a really strong network to be an independent who's making good money, who doesn't have to worry about their income. And I got to be honest, I was talking to two people recently who own studios, like full on fucking studios. Like I was there, whole 9 yards. One guy works in the pharmaceutical commercials industry, hasn't had a job in 6 months. He doesn't know how he's gonna pay rent. Okay. I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like this is a real problem that a lot of creatives, even people who've been working 30 years in the industry, are having trouble with. And it's the same thing for any creative industry. It just is. I know that it's like, oh, Diesel, that's the film industry. It's different here. I get it. Okay. But like, no, dude, it is really fucking like this. Okay. It happens with my friends in the games industry too. Like, what do you think happened when the pandemic happened? All those fucking guys lost their jobs. Let's see. So Nanolist is okay. Nanolist also doesn't know how to negotiate. I gotta be honest. I think the only reason that their art costs so much is the clout. I think you're 100% right on that axis, and this whole message is why. So a monthly fee calculating my monthly earnings. Yeah, yeah. It's like you need to hit them with a number. Hit them with a number. Unironically, hit them with a number. Right? I know you don't want to be the first to dish out a number. Highball it. Hit them with a number that's really big and then see if they'll meet it. Right? Something that's above what your monthly earnings would be working with randoms. Yeah, when asked how much would it take for you to go exclusive, go high. That's how I'm currently making 6 figures. Never thought they would pay me that much, but they did it without blinking. Parentheses, not an artist. No, but you're 100% right, philosopher. Go high. Go high. Dude. I you listen, man. I love working in the arts. The value that artists ascribe to themselves is super low. Even like Nanolists should be incredibly confident and understand themselves, but they don't. Um, if you work in the arts, learn to do these things. Okay, literally every single professional artist I've spoken to, every time we're like bringing my students there, the students ask questions, right? They always say take a business class. They always say take a business class, or they say I wish I minored in business, or I wish I did that. Like unironically, learn to negotiate. Well, I think the main thing is we're looking for you not to take on any brand new model clients and to not make any new models outfits with assumedly, I don't know, bow, could be anybody in that. you'd still be able to work on models with all your other existing babies, and your artwork comms wouldn't be affected. Okay, so they're saying we want to pay you to not work with somebody we don't like, which is really fucking insane, and not gonna work at all.
So just for clarification, Cinder was being a rancid bitch and Bao did some flexing with her bank account?
Well, right now it's Red working on behalf of Cinder. That could be what's going on here, but it really seems like you can't say don't work with this person again without providing compensation. I can speak roughly and personally. I've spoken with our artists and I'm realistic about our budgets and encourage them to shill all they do for us and fucking over. That's why our art events work. One of the concerns is that more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value anymore. You know, in what I forget what chatter said it earlier, but the Thomas Kincaid argument, art's value is determined purely by the masses and whatever speculative forces that be. The invisible hand of the market, okay? So it really doesn't fucking matter. I don't think there's any value associated with it like that. I think the value is completely self-prescribed. Look at my model, for instance. How much do you guys think this model costs? Just spitball it with me, chat. I've probably said it. I think I got a steal on it. But, you know, they're also my friend, and I work with them regularly. $5. About 350. Yeah, so I'll say it. One of you got it already. Eric's blue. Ash got it. Yeah, 1K. 1K in total at the end of the day. And then I've had updates to it since then. But yeah, minute thou. Minute thou. Really expensive meme, by the way. Really expensive meme. But like the art was like I was willing to pay more or less, or like I've given money to them after both the rigger and the artist, right? Both of my VTuber parents. Wow, I'm too poor to become a YouTube VTuber. I gotta be honest, I am also too poor to be a VTuber. I don't understand how these guys afford it. I assume they're just like funneling their welfare money into their insane VTuber grand illusions. Diesel, how much does a watermelon cost? I don't got enough for that. I'm poor. And second is that there's a few people we would just rather not be able to have a model from you. That's really soy. This is a really soy way to handle this. See, okay, Red is saying his quiet part out loud. You know this whole part about like I don't want you to work with blank blank. You don't say that. Don't say that. This is completely the only reason that this is happening right now is because Red was too honest. Like, Red was too honest. If Red just didn't mention this stuff about these VTubers they don't want Nano to work with, they could have probably nailed the fucking contract. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, really the problem is that he's too honest. I mod for an aspiring VTuber. She paid for it from the money she got from a car accident base. Let's see. Just drama. What about we can pay blank for you and you don't have to discount it from the next payment. And we'll continue giving you lots of model work. I think for this year right now. By the way, this guy is saying I will pay you $40,000 this year. 40,000 USD. 4 models. Minimum 40,000 USD. Okay? You don't work with blank, blank, or blank at all again. Models or art. Don't say that, dude. Don't say that. Just be like... just say... Don't say that. All he needed to do was not say that. He offered 40 grand. He just offered 40 grand. Oh my god. Guys, I really want us to understand the amount of money going into this right now. This entire negotiation that's being fumbled right now is this person is making a yearly wage in this negotiation right now. Because 4 models a year is minimum 10K from this person, but assuming we add extra things to it, the cost of it gets pretty fucking high. Okay, right? So we got the 10K for a model plus commercial rights, 1,500 for full model, a full body nude base. All right. 5,000 for additional outfits depending on complexity. Okay, I just want us to understand that this this is an insane amount of money. I don't think you've ever done anything with blank or blank before. We also have another gamer subs label for you to do, the AFK. So who knows how much gamer subs is going to pay out on that? I should mention that Sinder is a quote unquote partial owner of gamer subs. So to clarify, I think the partial owner stuff is that she's a minority stakeholder in the company. Gamer subs is privately traded from what I am aware of. So when somebody says they're a partial owner, it just means they own stocks in a privately traded company. It's a marketing thing. I don't really think Cinder is going in there and sitting on the boardroom, but they might have a say in discussions regarding the business. What does your average model price at? It depends. It depends on the artist. It depends on the person. If you probably, honestly, Toxic did mine. If you asked her, I would not tell her to do anything less than 2 grand. Um, we're friends, so you know it was negotiated, and of course I make sure I keep Toxic breaded because she's good. But you know it's like it depends on the person. Is there any way to add a little bit more since blank still asks for art every now and then? Okay, so you need Nanolist needs to give a number, by the way. This is like how to fail at business negotiations 101. Toxic can have my social security. Are you a good employer, Diesel? I mean, everybody's contract, but we try to offer them like lucrative deals when it comes to the teas and stuff. My brother handles all that stuff though. I don't. I just say that I want to make sure that we're fair to our artists, and so far that has been the case. Because it's just like we know that we're a smaller guy, we know that we can't offer extreme things. Oh, and sometimes our artists come to us and they're like, I want to make this or I want to do this, and then we facilitate that for them. Cards, card games, fucking physical product, standees. A lot of guys actually just straight up wanted to do body pillows, and they were a little frustrated that other people in the business weren't facilitating that. So you know, we facilitated that because we're able to do it. We know how. We have the connections. Diesel is the reason the jungle was written. Yeah, you guys gotta understand that I'm running a sweatshop. I'm a very bad man. I'm like the Monopoly guy, but green. I deliberately make the smallest, most innocent children pack the coffee. Actually, this is a joke. Let me just clarify before somebody clip chimps it. We could do like we could do it when blank asks for art. You tell her no, and then tell us to buy another art piece. So like you still get a job from it. That's insane. That's insane. This is like Babby's first negotiation, dude. Listen, just be like, don't work like you work exclusively for us in regarding these specific things, and then I will pay you this much money. Uh. I did hear about the Sungrad Studios crash out. It's on my list. It's on my list. Uh, how did he end up as a manager, SMH? He is allegedly dating Cinder. So, another example, speaking ill of creators, right after they saw I was working with Shy Lily, trying once again to make it the idea of working with other clients seem like I was setting myself up with problematic people who will do me no good in the long run, to get me to reconsider working with them. They also kept asking about my other clients' plans, which for them made the antenna go up and immediately went to slandering Lily. They constantly try to reassure me that despite their best efforts, they just happen to keep trying to bring drama in and reasons for me to go exclusive that only working with Cinder is trying to look out for me. By the way, the word slander has been completely flanderized. If I say something rude about a person, that is not slander. That's just me being an asshole. Oh my god. Let's see. Hey Nano, did you have any more plans with Lily besides the model? Like outfits or merch or anything? Been just the model so far. Okay. Her asking you for a model recently made the antenna go up. She's been acting weird towards Cinder lately, and we don't know if something's going on. I think I think people were waiting for a moment to jump down Cinder's throat. Okay, is there some other drama about Cinder I'm missing out on? Did Cinder do something really bad to people? Or is it just that she's annoying? Like, is there a little piece here that is not added to the discussion? But what would you consider weird? Lately dipping out of collabs they were part of last minute and now ghosting her messages. Are you fucking kidding me? Guys, Shy Lily wasn't in the fucking Dinglebutt Gaming collab, guys. I didn't think she was disliked. Well, I guarantee you that there is some insider baseball here for why Cinder's disliked. I guarantee you. Let's see. Cinder rated her a couple times in the past week, and Lily won't acknowledge Cinder by name. Ooh, there's some girly cat fights going on here, dude. There's some girly cat fights. Man, oh man. Hey man, when annoying people raid me, I just thank them and I move on. uh she's just like really petty with stuff. I don't know. Me thinks the manager thought protest too much. Yeah, I saw the vice capitan message. Yeah, I definitely I will talk about that. But just right out of the gate, the people who turn this into like a cheating relationships thing are the same kind of people who turn it into a grooming thing. And it's like none of like the fucking like, oh, Cinder cheated on her man is like such a like a not my fucking business. Oh my god. It's super weird that they both share the same store. Around V Card, so V Card is the VTuber trading card thing. Launch, they were talking and collabing, and I don't know what happened. But her asking you for a model after that was just weird. Even though she said, "Okay, VTubers, let me tell you this right now. Not everybody has to like everybody else. Actually, people can hate each other, and it's fine. You don't need to be friends with everybody. You don't need to be like none of that needs to exist." I don't hate that we keep I don't know. I hate that we keep bringing you into drama. You are bringing him into drama. Yeah, you play nice with people to make more money. That's really just the gist of it. I mean, I'm not like listen, I could throw a lot more shots in my career and I have the grace of being a drama tuber, so people expect me to be like a little mean and kind of a piece of shit. And I know there are some VTubers who follow me who I've given advice to as like a business professional. Um but like I'm not gonna sit around and like engage with this whole like petty like oh circle jerky. VTubers try to put on this like really like overly nice, overly welcoming like attitude, and it's so fucking cringe. It's so fucking cringe because it's not realistic. It's really not healthy either because I see a lot of people who get into this industry with like a really pie in the sky attitude over what business or what VTubing or what being a creator is like, and they just let it fucking cloud all their behaviors or act really stupid. So for example, I knew somebody who like was friends with the hit or miss girl. Yeah, uh-huh. And the this person had never worked a job before, and they were describing to me what it was like to work with the hit or miss. I guess you never miss, huh, girl? And they were just describing a regular job and they couldn't fucking handle it. And they like crashed out at them and stopped being friends with them. And it's just like, you did like 20 hours a week, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I hate that we keep bringing it into the drama. Yeah, I thought it was quite early to go for a new model. Look a bit menacing, so I don't talk to her. Feels like we're gonna have to compete with Lily if she's ghosting Cinder. It's not even like okay. I gotta be honest. The whole like competing thing is a little funny too. There is like some healthy competition, right? Because when I'm live, when Nicholas Diorio's live, my numbers do okay. But my audience who wants to be here for me is going to be here regardless of what I'm covering versus what Diorio's covering. So I'm not sitting around trying to get into beef with Diorio to take him down or trying to nickel and dime Diorio. Like, it's a mutually beneficial relationship to be nice to Diorio, right? It's the same reason that I'm not like picking fights with every single Tom, Dick, and Harry who has a fucking problem with me, right? Because it's just like, you don't really fucking succeed in the business if you're constantly stepping over yourself to get into fucking like drama with people. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'll tell a guy if I don't like him. I'll tell him to his fucking face. Like, I've told you guys about how my experience with I'm Alex has been and how I started to treat him. But it's just like, you don't need to be nice, but it doesn't be like, it doesn't pay to like start trying to fuck over the other person behind the scenes either. The idea that they need to stay informed and gauge the competition is extremely upsetting and toxic. By the way, like, I feel like certain people watch certain VTubers for the personality, right? So like, maybe like, I watch Iron Mouse because Iron Mouse is Puerto Rican. Yeah. You know, we gotta stay supporting our Latinas, you know? In Trump's America, they're gonna get rid of the nice little Hispanic girl who's trapped inside our house. Ay, ay, ay. The yeah, based. Yeah. Yo hablo español pequeño, pero estudiar uh, en Duolingo. My Spanish is bad. I understand it better than I speak it, just for clarity. Like, if a guy was yelling at me in Spanish, I would understand. It's un poco, not un pequeño. Ay, Dios. Ay, 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 he's a gringo. I did go to a Puerto Rican restaurant recently. It was pretty fucking good. That was based. I had a sofrito burger, and I had fucking yuca fries, and that was great. Um, let's see. My grammar is bad. My pronunciation might be okay, but my grammar was bad because it got corrected. But they're right. Un poco, not un pequeño. Sofritos. Sofritos. It is a seasoning. But anyway, to continue what I'm reading, right? Like, I watch Iron Mouse for that. I watch Project Melody because she's a gooner, right? Like, I watch certain ones for certain vibes. There's also like milfy mommy VTubers. I can't really think of any right now because I don't really watch them, but you know, their hentai is pretty good. uh, I just be saying things, chat. I just be saying things. Cinder was trying to be a mommy VTuber. Cinder did not give mommy vibes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Diesel, you don't watch them, but you watch their hentai. Okay. uh, let's see. The competition they're referring to are people I thought they considered friends who always helped, supported, and platformed Cinder. When I pushed back, the immediate response was blaming the other creator and implying that they initiated by trying to work with me, that somehow justified their actions. Is this a link? They imply Lily ignored Cinder when she spent over a minute thanking the raid, which you can see in the clip. This is getting really cringe.
what you just saw. Okay. Ooh! Oh my goodness! Hello! Oh! Hello, raiders! Hello! I am playing Berserker.
Oh my god, she's not gonna mention the name, is she? She's really not gonna mention the name.
We were
Oh my
sponsored, but the game
god.
was really fun, so I just kept playing for like a million more hours. Hello, everyone! Hello!
We're really splitting hairs here, aren't we?
The Pyro Pop raid! Hello, Pyro Pops! What did you guys do?
Oh, she mentions the audience. She mentions the audience. She's like, hello, crap feet lover brigade.
I usually, okay, so most people know me for my gacha addiction, but I really like Souls-like games and similar mechanically challenged games. This game feels like a really cool Cobblemon. Oh shit, I wanna play Cobblemon too. That's
She doesn't mention Sinder by name though. That is true. That is true. Hello, Glumshitos! Thank you for the raid! Oh my god! Oh my god, if it isn't the Glumshito Brigade! That's a mention though, right? I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. Mention the Pyro Pups, but not the streamer behind the Pyro Pups.
Gamer Subsona's meetings are gonna be really awkward. Cause Shy Lily also has a known as share in Gamer Subs. In fact, she was behind the card game.
Yeah, there's gonna be a really tense... Dude, it's gonna be a really tense meeting when they have to all the VTubers sit in a fucking dark room council, and then Kirsch needs to come into the room, and they need to debate whether or not they're gonna execute the VTuber on the basis of great replacement theory. Real, is it just Cinder and Blank you've been doing continuous models for? We'll have the demon update list and final arcade reference for you soon as it's finished. I think I have an outfit for Blank planned too. As for Blank, I've got nothing for now, but she always comes up with something. And then Cinder emote. Dude, this guy is a certified glazer. First of all, if this guy was Cinder's partner and was cheated on by Cinder, this guy is the biggest hog rider I've ever fucking seen. Okay? Literally God's most strongest soldier. Okay? I can't even imagine having somebody this dedicated to the craft of fucking over other people. Please call us the Glupshido Grapists. Listen, man, we honor Azothan by doing little guys, okay? Every single facet of this community was formed by me arguing with some other fucking nutcase on the internet. Do you think the VTuber space is just growing like YouTube did? It seems like this is just T-drama and VTubers are starting to separate into their own genres of content. I mean, maybe. I mean, they've had drama VTubers for a while. This False ID, this Kyo, Evanito does a lot of it too. Granted, he's a little bit of a fence sitter, Andy, so I'm not like a huge fan of Evan's work. He seems like a nice guy. I feel like he should take a little bit more of a hard stance sometimes. Omni, I mean, he's a flesh tuber. Evan and Omni are both flesh tubers, but they cover VTuber stuff pretty regularly. The Glapitos. This me? Yeah, I don't know if I count. I rarely cover VTuber stuff. I'm just covering this because it was annoying, and I felt that I offer a little bit of a different perspective from Chud, who covered this like 2 days ago, give or take. I'd say 2 days ago. What the hell is a flesh tuber? It's what us virtual tubers call you flesh Mongols. Mongoloids? Is that... I feel like that's slurry. I feel like I said a slur. I know Mongoloid is a slur. I feel like I can say it, though. Officer Arundel. See, I don't even know who the fuck that is, but I guess it's another one. Thanks, Nano. Sorry for all the questions. Just gotta stay informed, especially when it comes to our top artists. Never a break. This guy is literally like Cinder's strongest soldier. Holy shit. Don't worry. Just don't stress too much with the side things. It's bad for balding. Ah, hell nah. This motherfucker balding as well? Brother. Dude, this guy is outed as a certified balder, dude. gonna go bold now. I'll keep you in the loop about anything else going on with that. The only VTuber I watch is Diesel. Wouldn't be a VTuber and a Flesh team. I can't fucking speak when I'm doing VTubing, I've noticed. Thank you, thank you. I do a good job of being both, right? I'm like one of the only. There's a bunch of Goblin VTubers, but I think I might be the only male Goblin. There's Podgkin, there's Honey, there's me. That's it. There's like one or two more, but their models are like literally fetish models. And it's like, dude, I didn't even know you could post that kind of stuff on Twitch. I also probably get more views than some of them, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Don't go too far into competitiveness. It can get bad. It gotta chill sometimes. Hey, it's not us. We aren't the ones getting a model from the artist of the other GamerSupps owner out of the blue and then ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them. I mean, every male VTuber isn't good since like almost every popular one has either crashed out or gotten exposed as a sex pest. Well, I don't, you know, the thing is, if I got exposed as a sex pest, everybody would be like, yeah, I figured that was coming. It was like, yeah, I kind of knew that this guy, like, he talks about jerking off all the time. I didn't really expect more from him. Let's see. But, or goes into right-wing grifting. Yeah, well, I mean, Rev says Desu says he's married, right? I mean, I don't really feel like arguing with him because he's annoying and a loser. But, like, I don't know why you'd want to go into right-wing grifting when all the hot women are left-leaning. I'm just saying. God. I wanted to push back and make it clear that I was uncomfortable on being dragged into drama, and they responded by bringing up more drama and baseless claims, all while trying to guilt me. It's ironic and crazy to me that I mentioned not wanting to be dragged on personal issues, only for them to, on multiple occasions, mention other people's alleged drama. Yeah, he's married. Very sorry for that woman. I'm sorry, have you not seen Ben Shapiro's Hot Sister? Yeah, but like the Khazar milkers can only get you so far, dude. Like I'm gonna stop there before I say anything else. God damn. Cinder, let's see. Oh, Cinder, I just want to say sorry for stepping back into exclusivity deal. No, say what you're thinking. Okay, stepping back on the exclusivity deal. I'm sorry. Diesel has openly said he'd plow Ben Shapiro's sister in previous streams. Yeah, I did. I did say that. I mean, come on. They're huge. They're huge. You know? Like, I don't know what to tell you. Cinder, I just want to say sorry for stepping back from the exclusivity deal. It's barely a deal, and I feel like part of this conversation has been left out. Like, I don't know about you guys, but was the deal ever official? I feel like they were just spitballing and nothing was ever like officially said. I feel like we're missing a part of this conversation actually. I'm not wrong in saying that, right? Like, where did this come up? So on 1/15/2025, there's this discussion at 8 p.m. about the exclusivity, and then a month later, they say, Cinder, I'm not interested. So I think that there was a part of this conversation we're missing out. Am I wrong in saying that? Because there's like an entire month of them talking and shooting to shit, but none of it's ever officially stated. Something must have been shared or said that we don't have access to. Let's see. Just wanted to let you know I'd still love working with you and Red, but I'll understand if things don't work out because of blank. I just love my clients, that's all. I get it, Nano, and it was unfair to push you on this, but it's just really confusing going back and forth on it. I just get compared to her a lot, even still today, and it's like I'm always living in someone's shadow, which is the one reason why Red asked about not making any more models for her. Who's the VTuber that she gets compared to a lot? Was this Silvervale? I feel like it'd be Silvervale, right? They kind of look the same. And did I hit it on the money? Nah. Okay, Falgi is saying Silvervale. Let's see, which is blah, blah, blah. Well, Silvervale came out as VTuber #1. Okay, so maybe it is her. We will read Silvervale's doc. That part was referring to Silvervale. Okay. But this is how I've been feeling. And when you said, well, okay, so like Sinder is like upset about being in the shadow of another VTuber, but it's just like, I don't know what to tell you, man. We all kind of slot into a place in the business. Like I'm fine where I'm at. But I understand that a lot of people are insecure about their position in lot. So I get it, but also it's not really something that you can put on other people. Yeah, you always gonna be in somebody's shadow. Yeah, you just gotta be comfortable being in the shade, because we're all gonna be in somebody's shadow. All right, unless you're like the #1 VTuber in the world. And by the way, if Cinder and Silvervale both look similar, I'd honestly say that's more of an indictment of Nanoliss's inability to differentiate between models. So isn't that an indictment on Nano for not being able to separate it as an artist? I'm not like shitting on their quality because obviously they're very talented, but like, come on. If they're worried about that, maybe Cinder should either get some redesigns or, maybe there should be some discussion about like working with somebody else or something like that, right? I really don't see the point of keep thinking about being compared to blank. You're so much bigger already. You've done so much more. I mean, I know of both of them, and they're both equally big. I wouldn't say that any one of them is more important than the other. In fact, I don't think either of these people are important at all. I actually think they don't matter at all, and they should feel fine being nobodies that nobody gives a shit about. But a lot of these kind of people feel really, really self-important. But I would never give blank any priority over you, and is not even a model for her being discussed. I just want to sleep clear-minded. So I gotta be honest, I think you would agree to a number. Everybody's got a price, not to be that guy, but like when it comes to this kind of business, I think you might have a price. Maybe you're moraled. Maybe you're moraled. I would say that I have bills to pay and life is hard. So there's that. I have no idea what these horse races are. I'm afraid, guys. We're aging out of the internet culture. Isn't it feeling bad? Like, let's see. I just want to sleep clear-minded. Also, I'm fine not doing her models, but at least GamerSup's art stuff would be fine with me. I don't want to be 100% an asshole to her. That's all. It's not me, but other people's opinions of us, and I'm just trying to not get involved in any other drama. People want to talk about comparing us. Dude, there is some fucking discussion that's happening in private that we are not privy to. I don't know how to explain that this is actually like more complicated than this drama has been portrayed as. It's stupid, but it is definitely more complicated than people give credit for, right? But I understand where you're coming from, Nano. There's no hard feelings. Sorry about this. My mental is just a bit weak. Same girl. I'm sorry for bringing this to you. I want you to get that money. This whole situation is just kind of sucky, and I just want to get along. I understand if things don't work out about this. It would mostly be if you hate me for not burning blank down from my list. I would never hate you. Thank you, and same. I'm just an insecure bitch. I love everything we've done together. I want to keep doing more. People saying dumb shit online just makes me stressed. Okay, so like they just agreed to like drop it, and then okay, I just want to say that if Nano is going to be airing this kind of laundry, which by the way, this stuff with Red is completely inappropriate, and they should approach Cinder and be like, I didn't like this, that was inappropriate, blah blah blah. I 100% agree that this is inappropriate. Like this is not cool, right? Like he could have negotiated this better. He could have done a bunch of things better. It's like weird and non-specific. I feel like part of this conversation is missing. Part of this conversation is missing, and we're missing some more concrete negotiations, right? One of the things that I said when I was talking about this with some other artist was like, hey, like what, like is there a kind of like level or amount of money with it, like what kind of non-compete would make you agree to it, right? And it's just like there needs to be some kind of more specifics here, right? Like
Diesel, you wanna hear Cinder's terrible metal CPR cover,
I've
mixed by
heard,
a pop artist,
I've
with her
heard.
doing an obnoxious mommy
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
I know
song?
about that. I remember Nux Taku was like defending it too. And I was like, brother, what are you talking about? This is a terrible cover. But yeah, man, I don't see anything here that Cinder has done specifically. Cinder obviously speaks, or Cinder's manager obviously speaks for Cinder, right? But I don't know, like this is not a public squabble, right? Like they're like gossiping and shooting the shit, right? This guy's gossiping and shooting the shit, and you're engaging with it, by the way. And if you don't want to gossip about something, you say, "Hey, man, I understand that you don't like that person, but I don't want to talk about it." Right? Like, just shut it down. I've done that before. It's normal, actually, and people will respect your boundaries if they respect you. Um, but it's like you were also entertaining the idea of this too, which is really fucking insane that now it's an issue, especially when it gets like wrapped up nice and fine as well, right? Like there is a part of this conversation that's missing, and I guarantee you it would not make Nanolis look good. But this is such like a everybody is like so bend over backwards in the VTuber community that even if somebody's being a backstabby bitch, that it's not gonna matter. I'm not saying that Cinder is 100% innocent in this, but I'm saying that this is completely over exaggerated, and that Nanolis is probably a lot less innocent than they let on to believe. Let's see. Justifying their behavior and stating that they're looking out for me. None of this has anything to do with me to begin with, and manipulating me into being grateful for earning well thanks to them despite the loss of work from long-time returning clients to new clients. Okay, so it either is or isn't a loss of work based on the amount of income you're making. If they're still making the same amount of income for fewer clients, I don't know what to fucking tell you. But it's just like, I do feel like there's something missing here. Yeah. Well, Mr. Gamer, that is coming up. That is coming up. We are going to be discussing that later. Concerning my work and models as a team. Another example of going after other clients of mine before claiming that having more clients alongside them makes my work less special, with the reoccurrence of it's just business, manipulating me into believing that working with her is special for multiple reasons, that I risk losing that special, something special as a client if I prefer to work with others. No acknowledgement of my reasoning and need of working with other clients due to the nature of my work, solely focused on their issues. Okay, so again, if your art does something different or if it really is that good, getting you on exclusivity isn't out of the realm of possibility or reasonable understanding. Um, but like you need to do that while also not saying this is to keep you from working with so and so, right? Like don't give those specifics, because when you say don't work with blank or don't work with blank, that makes you look petty, right? But like having a non-compete for specific reasons is totally fine as a business owner. Is it more of the loss of clout? They want to be a super special, awesome, starving VTuber artist. I feel like there's a tons of flags showing that they want more connections for sure. Yeah, I do feel like that's part of it as well. I do feel like part of it is this clout angle too, right? Everybody wants to be popular. Now they look like a spurned artist, all that stuff, right? But obviously I wouldn't go into negotiations like this redacted guy did. I would pitch it as like what I can offer to them, and then ask them to either pitch me a number or offer them a number, um, and work out the deals from there and contract. But they're like being like, hey, well, this contract will be like, don't work with so and so, and it's like you need to be more specific than that, especially if there's like a lot of things with your art that's separated from other people's. Like that's just the reality of it. I don't like it's not gatekeeping. This is literally just business. It's just that these guys are treating it like Discord drama. Especially the redacted guy who's immediately starting up all this drama by discussing other people's business. A lot of artists in the VTuber sphere are babies, and the community treats them like they're made of porcelain. Yeah, like I don't know what to tell you, Nanolis. Like dude, people are gonna want to poach you for your talent, and then they might not want you working with other people. That's just like how business goes. There are tons of professional industries that would not allow you to do that. Let's see. I would also like to note again that this screenshot is one of my main occasions that indicates that Red speaks on Cinder's behalf. I was originally concerned with everything going through Red. That not may have been 100% of Cinder's feelings or wants. I messaged her about it to make sure he spoke. My phone is ringing, but it's a spam call. I messaged her about it to make sure that he spoke on her behalf and confirmed that both of this was the case. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell which ones have worked on a professional non-VTuber project because they're a lot more professional. Yeah. Pull your cock out, requested by Falgi. I'm not pulling my cock out. I can pull out my cock out in VC. Hey Cinder, hope you're doing okay. I talked with Red and I believe he talked to you already and thought it would be best if you check it here personally. Actually, I wanted to know better your thoughts because Red tried to talk to me and I think I misunderstood things. I'm doing good. What's up, Nano? Mostly about this. Not to discredit any of your work because everything you work on is top of the line, incredible. But when everyone is Nano's baby, it feels less special to be one, if that makes sense. Kind of been getting the same feeling from Gamer Subs lately too. Yeah, Gamer Subs is signing a lot of people. I think they should parse down and be a little bit more due diligent on who they sign. But then I will also say that they are not a political company, so I don't really expect them to be like picking people based on their politics. I don't think GamerSub supports great replacement theory. Just putting it out there. I've never heard anything like that from the company or anything like that from anybody that I know works with the company. So there's my thoughts on that. Yeah, I don't think GamerSubs is racist. There. Hot take alert. Hot take alert. Drink company, not racist. Fine, I'll hit the naked button. But none of you can see. There is definitely something down there, but I'm not showing it. I'm not showing it. Keep it off. I understand what he means, but at the end of the day, it's just business. Of course, we love working with you and want to keep working together. But if you prefer to work with other clients instead of me, I know it's for a reason to help you grow and not because you like me. Because one of our very first model babies was so amazing. Okay, guys, I'm sorry, but if we're discussing business, let's actually cut the crap. I'm sorry. I don't want to fucking be like a dick here, and I understand that you guys have all these social contracts associated with VTubing, but it's like, are you fucking serious? Like I talk about my VTuber parents, but like, brother. I was so happy to be able to find someone to help you with live 2D cutting to improve your skills. And I think that's a big part of why everyone loved the 1.0 model and then started asking you for them. Oh, Cinder's like, I'm responsible for your fame. Okay. I mean, maybe. I'm not even gonna lie. Wild Spartans is part of the reason I have a career. I could just straight up say that. I would not have a career if it wasn't for him. You know, for whatever all happened, like Brandon and I are cool now, but like, dude. I can have Red send you a list of our plans for the future and estimated due dates. So to just let you know what you actually want to work on. That way I may have time to look for someone else if you don't have time for projects and don't want to do them. It feels to me that you have your model art for all my outfits, but blah, blah, blah. Okay. If you don't have time for me to be an exclusive nano art baby anymore, oh my god. All right, she's being really soy about it, but, you know, she's saying you're cool to work on whatever you want, you know? Like it's just this is really not an outrageous conversation. People are treating this like Cinder was beating her over the head with a bat. Not my proudest fap. Butt naked goblin is the closest we'll get to the watermelon stream. It's no personal reason. I would never do something like this to you or anyone, but yeah, it's important for my job to reach far, and I like working with different projects and different people. I never said that I don't want to work with you anymore. Really? Okay, ultimately, this entire thing boils down to how much was Nano being offered. If Nano was being offered considerably more than what they could make yearly, I really just think that they were stepping over dollars to pick up dimes, right? Because Nano, their career is predicated on other VTubers constantly needing new models forever in perpetuity, right? So we have to assume that all these other people are going to be updating their models regularly. Hey, man, if the entire global economy collapses, I don't think anybody's going to be buying anything. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying it is, and I don't want to make any predictions. I did say the Pope was going to die, so like I said, it doesn't actually matter. It's all the other beef. Yeah, but it's like they treated this like it was the most important thing. I know the other stuff is going to matter more, right? You'll always be my special baby. I also think it's important for you to work on other projects that you're excited about. So I'll go through my plans with Red and send you our ideas to see if it's possible with your schedule. I know he can be a little pushy sometimes because he's just doing the business for me to grow too. And he absolutely loves your work just as much as I do. He's really bad at negotiating for you, Cinder. You need a better manager. Unironically, you just straight up need a better manager. I really don't know of another way to put it. You read those negotiating messages, he is fumbling the bag really hard. He doesn't know how to play hardball or softball. Yeah, the VTuber modeling community is assumedly a competitive and unstable market. Yeah. I mean, that's just how it is with commission art. Like I assume that if I were to check the numbers on it, I'd assume you get more people commissioning things closer to the holidays than you do in January. January is a really slow month for a lot of people, even for the self-employeds. So okay, we'll update you guys ASAP. Red tries to make it look like he never meant for it to appear like they wanted me to be exclusive by framing it as something I wanted, while immediately doubling down on the fact that me working with more people makes my work less special and no longer unique, as if every design is just a Cinder clone. Well, if they do look the same and the shoe fits, I am sorry. I will say the cup sizes do seem pretty similar, but that's just because maybe it's just my advanced gooner brain. Yeah, people just don't have as much money to spend in January because of the holidays. Yes, and so as a result, a lot of everything slows down. But like I like the exclusivity thing. I mean, yes, the art would be special if one person got it. If one person got the art, it would be more special because other people can't have it. There is something to be said about exclusivity making something worthwhile. NFTs do nothing. But NFTs gave the perception of being exclusive. They weren't, but to idiots, they gave the perception of being exclusive. So people were willing to pay high top dollar for those things. That's just, if art's exclusive, it could go up in price. But again, the value of art is completely predicated based on, social factors. So about working with Cinder, my friend told me that it's a bit unfair for me to stop other models. Yeah, you should finish those. If you do an agreement, finish it. So I do more for Cinder, which I agree with them. Well, that's different. If Cinder hires you, that's different. I'm a free artist and I should do whatever I want to do. I don't take sides on any drama or situations. Oh, you do. You do. You and I both know you do. There's no way you haven't. There's no way you haven't. I guarantee you have a long history of drama, and it's just waiting for the internet to discover. I still always have a lot of open slots for Cinder, but I won't be having her as my only customer. That's the thing too, where it's like, how long is Cinder's position as an artist with Nanolith guaranteed? Right? Is it really guaranteed or is it not really guaranteed? How much money would it take for you to not guarantee those spots? right? Like, are these like these aren't unreasonable things? All right. If you think that these discussions don't happen, you're crazy. All right. Like, oh, sorry, man. I don't want to take any more slots with you. I have work with Cinder that I might have. Okay, I'll double it. Oh, you'll double it? You'll pay me 20 grand for a model? Sure. All of a sudden, my slots opened up. I agree, you're a free artist and you should do what you want. But I was under the impression that taking on more Cinder work is what you wanted to do. I didn't think it was like we were making you do that. Oh my god. This guy is really bad at negotiating. This guy is so bad at negotiating. Oh my god. Dude, if somebody offered me $20,000 to do like a shoot, I'd do it. Guess we gotta misunderstand on both sides. It's more about this. Uh oh, I see. I mean, what I said is still true about how we feel, but I wasn't saying you only had to work with Cinder from now on. Well, you were saying I want you to do extra work for Cinder and cut these people out. But like, you can't base a non-compete based on like just random fuckers you have drama with. That's with anything though. It's not just your work. If we have something special that everybody wants and gets it, here's why I wouldn't work with Nanoless. I'd be worried that somehow my discussions are gonna end up public. I don't want to develop a relationship with an artist for professional means if you're gonna walk around and start talking about people's business, right? If we have confidential business discussions, right? Like let's say for Mana Potion, which is the only time where something like that. Which, by the way, all those like confidential business discussions, it's probably in that artist's best interest to not talk about them too, because we're usually working on a product or working on developing something that actually requires like industrial labor. So you know, it would be stupid for them to like shit on their own pie when they're making the lump sum at the end of the day too. Um, but like, I can't like you just like I wouldn't want to work with somebody who's taking this many screenshots. Like this is a red flag as a business owner. I don't know who the fuck would want to work with somebody like this. Just let me know how this will affect your schedule so I can tell Cinder after. Sorry for the stress, Nano. Uh, but every single model I do is unique and I make them special in their way. It's not like I'm selling Cinder to everyone. Please don't feel this way. Again, if people feel that the models look similar, that's just, you know, people's perception of it. And so like maybe there needs to be a discussion about how you can differentiate or how you can better serve your customers or how the customers can ask better things of you, right? Like these are discussions. You as an artist, here's what makes an artist expensive, right? And here's what should make an artist expensive. It's partially how good you are at art, right? But then also the second part of it is the service you provide. You should be able to provide them a good service, right? Let's say your client doesn't really know what they want. You should be able to have a conversation with them and walk them through what it is they're looking for, right? And so the value that you provide is good quality service of like, okay, what is it we're looking for? What's your budget? Okay, well, that's what you're kind of looking for. Can you give me some references for that? Right? So that's how I knew Toxic was like really special, right? Because she is really, really meticulous with that kind of stuff, right? When you hire Toxic, which you guys should commission Toxic, she's a girly. Um, you're paying for how like good she is with you as much as she is good at art, right? You're paying for that too. You're paying for how professional she is. You're paying for how she services you. That sounds bad. Well, maybe you know what I mean. No, I know. You pour your heart and soul into models and they're all incredible. I'm sorry I made you both feel this way. It's simply business. I gotta be honest, it is. They're just really bad at positioning themselves. They've like positioned themselves and made themselves look stupid. You could have had this discussion without bad mouthing the other people. That can be the conversation you have in private with Cinder. But when you bring Nano into the discussion, I wouldn't tell Nano that it's actually to just keep Bao from having it, right? Normalizing their behavior once again by simply stating it's business to sabotage. Okay, this is cringe. This is cringe. It's business to sabotage other VTubers' career and not work with them and focus on Cinder instead. You're not sabotaging anybody's career. They're gonna find another artist. All right. I don't know what to tell you. That their career is not predicated on whether or not you're working with them. All right. Their career is predicated on whether or not they fucking stream or not. All right. Yeah, the VTuber. I won't click on this because this puppy girl be posting porn, but I think you should be smacked for this kind of tweet. This kind of tweet should get you like detention. You know, I should see you after class. Diesel make a new goal. Every time I log onto this website, a new Google Doc drops. How can someone treat others so bad and get away with it for so long? Chat, was that really as bad of a Google Doc as this tweet makes it out to be? We need a VTuber Me Too movement to expose. Hold on. We need a VTuber Me Too movement. Expose these chuds at the top. It only takes one person to come forward to start a chain reaction. What are you waiting for? Expose them now. Guys, what is with all these chuds in my VTubing community? Are you kidding me? This is this is mental illness. This is a mental illness tweet. Chud used to be an acronym, guys. It used to be an acronym for like baby eating people or something. I don't know. I would love if Chud Logic had a Wojak version of himself as a VTuber though. Or like a PNG tuber. Nah, VTuber. I want it to like move around and look really fucked up like my Skrunkly. Like my Skrunkly model. Oh boy. Yeah, but I read this and I was like, this is an insane statement. Hold on, I'm kind of curious. I want to click on their profile. Okay, they got like 87,000 followers. Do they even stream? I feel like VTubers give like, I pretend to stream, but I don't actually stream. Yeah, it's just a lot of porn. Yeah, this is just a lot of porn on here. That's it. There's just porn on here. All right. I don't even know if they stream. All right. Here we go. Boom. Let's run down the list, baby. Oh boy. Here's Bao. Bao responded. I was very hurt by someone I thought was a friend. I'm gonna scream. This is gonna be a really long document, isn't it? Oh boy. Yeah, Chud is cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Dismiss. Hello, this is Bao. I'll only speak on what Nautilus has decided to share with the public and the messages that directly mention me by name. I would like to kindly ask everyone to refrain from turning this into a witch hunt and remember. Hey guys, please don't turn this into a witch hunt. Meanwhile, the audience on Twitter, kill Sinder. Cinder should die. I hate her. I'm mad. I'm hopping Jehovah Witch mad. Before I start, I wanted to point out that I'm addressing both Cinder and Red, despite the messages being largely from redacted. Many times throughout the messages, the words we, were, and our occurred numerous times. As someone who was close and worked with Cinder for years, sharpening my... I like how you said sharpening my pitchfork as we squeak. Yeah, let's see. I have firsthand experience on how Cinder and Red collaborate to the extent to which Red operates as her primary point of contact in her professional and personal projects. That is what a manager does, guys. That is what a manager does. It is that experience that leads me to believe that all the requests and messages sent by Red were both known about and approved by Cinder. In March 2024, I announced that one of my subathon goals was a live 2D model. Nautilus was going to be the live 2D illustrator. After she finished both the design and base model sketch, there was suddenly a back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capacity to continue my model. I was very sad, as I had not only teased a screenshot of the model sketch on Twitter, but had grown very attached to the design and showed it to all my friends. I am. These are children. I get it. I get feeling really attached to that. I think I've come to the conclusion that when I'm working on a project, I don't talk about it in public until it's done. I get it. I get you're excited. I've just learned that professionally, it's just better for me not to say it until all my chickens hatch. You know what I mean? Like I definitely feel really locked in to finish the book, and I think if I could have gone back and like worked on the book in private without telling you guys about the book, that I wouldn't have told you guys about the book. You know what I mean? In a private group chat that Sinder was a part of, I shared how devastated I was, and she did not comment on or say anything, despite others in the group chat comforting me and reassuring me. Guys, Sinder didn't give me hugs and kisses when Analyst didn't finish the model. Oh my god. I now realize that the reason for her silence was because Cinder and Redacted were deliberately sabotaging ongoing commissions and blocking VTubers. Dude, okay, why are we treating this like Nanolist has no fucking, like, Nanolist can make their own decisions, right? Like, Nanolist was like, I'm not going to work on it because you're going to give me a lot of money. This literally happened. Why does nobody give a shit that Nanolist was like, sure, I will work with them because you said so and you'd give me money too? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, why is that completely glossed over? I understand that Red and Cinder are the ones being like, we'll give you money if you don't say anything. But it takes two to fucking tango. Like, Jesus. Rain, this shit was picking up like graphite at Chernobyl, to be honest. It's about how Cinder cheated on Red with them. This is okay. So I don't care that Cinder was, oh my god, guys, a asexual VTuber was not being chaste and faithful in their relationship. I cannot believe this. Oh my god, dude. We're gonna be here all night, dude. Oh my god. Dude, it's 4 or 5 years ago, dude. That's guys, we are inching really close to Diesel's law. We're inching really close to Diesel's law. You know how crazy this drama is gonna be when somebody said that Cinder is a pedophile? Which somebody already did, by the way. Okay, Diesel's law applies. The Omnissiah curses Google and all its many factions. We spirits cry out in horror at their abuses. We suffer under the crushing weight of their hubris. Nothing but frightening walls of text as far as the eye could see. Could make a guardsman tremble in fear. Perhaps the Imperial Navy as well would also tremble. Hello, thank you for taking the time to read this document. The events described happened 4 to 5 years ago. Okay, half a decade ago. Could you imagine if they start editing the document while I'm looking at this? Let's see. I understand it will be doubtless accusations of me being a clout chase by revealing them. However, I wanted to corroborate Nanolist's assertion that she is not who she appears to be on the surface. Guys, Cinder is actually really mean and a bad person because she cheated. This actually has nothing to do with anything that's going on. Whose doc is this? I can't find this. This is like an ex-partner of Cinder's. There are documents on top of documents. Okay, we're on document number 3 tonight, chat. Okay, 3 Google Docs, 1 drama, all right? Cinder and I met when she was still running her Tashi MP3 YouTube channel, which is why all the following screenshots show her as Tashi rather than Cinder. That will come up later. Oh no, did I die? Refresh. We're so back. Sorry about that, chat. I don't know what the fuck happened. The VTubers are attacking you. Dude, I'm being silenced by Big Tuber. These are when she was known as Tashi rather than Cinder, and that will come up later. At the time, she was only just starting her account, and I already had my own ASMR RP channel with 8K subs. And as a bigger channel than her, she couldn't wait to work with someone as talented as me. You'll get there. It's still hard for me to believe that someone so talented likes my voice enough to want to work together. Your stream paused and YT put on a Curtis Connor video. Jesus, I'm sorry. We never ended up actually making content together, but that didn't stop us from talking pretty much every day at the time. And she eventually found her way to make me useful. Oh dear. Pretty much immediately she was flirting with me, despite, as you can see, having a boyfriend, and both of us knowing she had a boyfriend, including regularly talking shit about him to me while telling me how great it would be if I were to replace him. I understand that I'm no angel myself in this, but hey, at least I can be honest about it. What the fuck does this guy have anything to say about anything? Who gives a shit about your fucking opinion? This guy is stupid, dude. Oh, I was being the side hoe, and I'm really upset about it. What the fuck? Isn't Cinder a bad person because she won't admit that she cheated? It's not my fucking business, dude. I just found out about all this through an image of a Minecraft Jack Black going Google Docky. That's sweet. Where is it? Let me find it. Hold on. A Google Docky. Google Docky. Google Docky. Oh shit. God, oh my god. Dude, we're so cooked, dude. We're so cooked. I mean, let's be real. The way some of these people work, who knows if she was cheating or if this was her kink. Besides, you said it's hard when your boyfriend is far, far away. I'm not your boyfriend, am I? No, but how nice would that be? Your perfect boyfriend with the real. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh, you want to go at it behind his back? How sneaky. Hi, honey. I've been talking to this guy about how badly I want him to fuck me since you wanted to buy a fleshlight instead of giving me any attention when I'm needy. Jesus Christ. This drama got infinitely funnier, okay? I don't really like the social, like, I can't even take it seriously. Fucking oof, dude. Listen, I'll just say this. I got enough stamina for a fleshlight and person in my life, okay? Oof, dude. Imagine a chick is like, I want you to have sex with me, and your response is fucking oof, dude. Unironically, brother, I cannot even like, the risklessness here is absolutely astounding. Crazy way of you saying you have a fleshlight. I've talked about it on stream. I literally, why would you ever need a fleshlight when you have a girlfriend? Oh my god. I'm a nice guy. I know that I'm trying to like give you now. I'm kind of like tacitly giving people tips on how to like be a cheater, but like, brother, imagine if a chick was in your DMs being like, "Oh, my boyfriend won't fuck me. I just wish you would come over here and have sex with me and fuck me." And your response is, "Oh, that's fucking pretty bad, man. That's crazy. I don't think I would. I mean, if I was there, I would fuck you. Like, I'm just saying. Like, oh my god, talk about drying out the riverbed, brother. Oh my god." Love Sense is a fantastic investment. So true. Oh my god. He sent me a screenshot of a couple weeks ago telling me he was getting one and had the nerve to use it in front of me to show me how great it was. Wild, dude. Your boyfriend is trying to initiate e-sex with you and you're annoyed. I do just want to say that you're like pressed about it. Or if you're living with him, I don't even know what to tell you about that, dude. But like maybe I don't know, make it like a group activity. You know, like we could introduce toys into the bedroom, man. Like that's fun. Who doesn't like that? Oh, oh boy. Bro is such a virgin, the curtains are open in front of him and he only complained about the draft. uh, oh my god. Yo, what the fuck? That's like me inviting you to a chatterbait room so you can watch me fuck someone else in all the ways I said I wanted to fuck you. No, it's not. No, it's not. Having a fleshlight is not the same as sex. Okay? Holy fuck, what is with these virgins? Virgins! This guy is the most sexless loser of this story, and that's saying something. Oh my god, this is the only way I get updated on internet stuff. And when I hear stuff like this, I'm thankful it's not online. Dude, people cheat and it's not even exciting anymore. It's just like, I bought a fleshlight and if I had a fleshlight, I wouldn't use it when you're there. I'm just saying, I'd be very faithful and not have sex in a fleshlight. I've not fucked a fleshlight if you were home. Yeah, sometimes it's better to get it done yourself. Sometimes, you know, yeah. Sometimes they're not in the mood. Sometimes, you know, a fleshlight is an enhancement. It is not a detriment to a relationship, in my opinion. This just in, Diesel is pro sex toy. I am taking sex toy sponsors. Oh my god. Isn't that great? Crying emoji face from Sinder. I'm very slowly not feeling as bad for him about all of this. This guy is actually a... Okay, I understand the other guy is the one getting cucked here, but this guy is a cuck. Because it did honestly leave a bad taste in my mouth that all of this was happening while you were taken. But then, yeah, that's a bit. Did you tell him how fucked that was and how hurtful it was to you? Oh my god, brother. Just break the sanctity of their relationship that they have online because they're in an e-relationship and start e-cheating on the Red with Cinder over Discord. Okay, Jesus Christ, just start the Discord polycule, okay? Get everybody in a server, play Phasmophobia together, and start mutually jorking it. Oh my god. He asked me if I was okay with it, and after I explained how I felt, he told me it was too late to do anything about it because it shipped and he kept it. Oh, my boyfriend got a sex toy, so I went to go find a side piece. It's just wonderfully fucking hilarious too. Oh my god. I can't stop laughing at this. There's so much about this that is absolutely unhinged and stupid. And I would never, your Homelander couldn't fucking get this out of me, dude. Okay, I can't.
So if you start selling dildos, when are you and Noah Samson gonna collab as dildo merchants?
Was it Noah Samson as a dildo merchant? I thought it was Jake Weddle that was a dildo merchant. No, not Jake Weddle. Jake Doolittle. There's too many Jakes and white men name. White men name. Oh, Cosmic, I'm doing VTuber stuff. Noah and Jake Doolittle. Okay. I mean, far be it from me to give you advice. It's your relationship. This guy is like, this lady could not be like, I want you to talk about your penis with me. Tell me how you're jerking off right now. And he's just like, if I was in your shoes, I would not be doing this. It's your relationship, and the only one that can decide what is and what isn't okay between you two. But that sounds like it's really sketchy to me. Okay, to be fair, it is literally just a fleshlight. I understand it's a relationship. Things are complicated, right? If she's not okay with it, then maybe you should respect the sanctity of the relationship and not have a fucking fleshlight. But Also, like, brother. Also, why did he ask if you were okay with it after he bought it? Men. Well, all I'm going to say on this is this. 2 wrongs don't make a right. As much as I enjoy the sexting, it's really, this guy is actually, like, I cannot, I cannot. This is actually super fucking funny. I need to zoom in on this. I couldn't be more invested in this drama now. Oh my god. Let's see. Well, as much as I'm gonna say this, 2 wrongs don't make a right. As much as I enjoy the sexting, it's really not right if you still want to be with him. Oh my god. I would either try to reconcile with him and get what you need out of the relationship and step back from me a little bit, or maybe consider taking a break. And I know the last part sounds fucked coming from me, but I swear on my life, I'm not being scummy about it. That's really my opinion. This guy's doing the I'm actually a really good guy thing, while also being involved in this whole cheating thing. And I mean, like, I don't know, man. I just oh my god. It's also an e-relationship. That's the main thing, okay? I can't listen, if it was like a physical relationship and there wasn't some distance between the two, I'd be like, okay, well, but it's just like are you fucking I can't be mustered up to give a shit. I gotta be honest. I'm not really feeling like this guy's respected the sanctity of anything because I don't really feel like there's anything there. I've just been really stressed out about everything, and talking to you makes me feel like so. When I talk about fucking you, it feels a lot better than me talking about fucking my boyfriend. So please just keep talking to me about having to fuck with you. I don't want to lose what we have. I'm such an awful person. I know I don't deserve it anyway. Oh, brother, this is crazy. Oh my god, dude. I don't believe you're an awful person. I believe that you're stressed, you're emotional, and you're looking for something to make you feel better. What happened to me wasn't helping. Listen, take a break from what we have for a little bit and see if you can't get something out of him. I got to be honest. If she's already sexting you, the relationship is fucking sunk. Okay, there's no taking it back. Um, I mean, you could be a Giga Chad and just like sweep her off her feet. That's what I would do. I don't know if it would be a faithful relationship, but I would bet that the sex would be fun. But I'm not saying it would be a good one. I'm saying it would be a fun one for a short time. I am advocating for the man to be a whore in this situation, and I guess Cinder. But like if the relationship is that far gone, it's just like I don't like it's done, right? Oh my god. Cinder needs some single time. Well, this is the internet, and nobody's ever really alone. Now with Chat GPT. Yeah, see? All right, there we go. Fauci's on my side. Fauci's on my side. There we go. There's my son. As a man whore, it'll be fun, and he's a little bitch. Finally, somebody with based and true opinion who goes outside more than me. So, yeah, like you might as well go all in. People don't know how to hook up or have flings anymore. Well, there's no like off time from a FWB anymore, right? Like you fuck someone, you go home, and all of a sudden they're on Discord with you, and it's just like, what are you supposed to do? Oh my god. Listen, take a break for a little bit, see if we can get you can't really have both of us. I gotta introduce polyamory to more people, I guess. Plus it wouldn't be very fulfilling to me to just be the other guy in this scenario. I mean, if the sex is great, other guy in this scenario and not get a full relationship experience myself. Oh brother. Oh brother. This guy's a virgin, isn't he? Oh boy. You can do it, sweetie. I believe you truly can. Oh my god, this guy. Oh my god. I am. Oh, you're still sweetie. Meanwhile, figure out your relationship. I love the sexting with you, but we need to figure something out. I don't know what I'd do without you. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. This is bad. You would never get me to publish something like this, dude. You'd have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. I'm not saying stop talking to me completely. Oh! I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I'm gonna fall out of my chair. I'll still be right here to support you. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking crash out, Chad. I'm gonna crash out. Oh, this is so bad. Oh, I'm gonna fucking scream. He's making every mistake possible. He's making every mistake possible. Fauci needs in this instant. Hold on, hold on. Oh shit. The BPD curly would literally make his head explode. He's in too deep. Whichever decision you end up making. Oh my god. I love you so much. I don't know how to thank you. This is so fucking disastrous. This is so bad.
What the fuck is happening? I'm crashing out.
This has to be some of the most outrageous messages I've read in a while. I gotta be honest.
I think it's just like this is just the craziest thing I've ever seen. Is this really the VTuber Me Too we've always been accepting? You know, oh my god, he just couldn't get his dick up. Oh no, he wanted to be the bull, but he's a virgin. I don't. How is this a thing? How is this a thing?
This is just like Me Too. You know when that Harvey Weinstein guy did all that graping? Excuse me, I don't need influencers speak. You know when Harvey Weinstein did all that raping? It's just like that.
Okay, so first and foremost, this guy is like fucking bitchless. Like I do not know what's happening. Like a fleshlight would be embarrassed to fuck you. I do not know what the fuck you're writing right now. What are you doing, brother? You'd be like, oh, well, this happened 5 years ago. I don't give a fuck that it happened 5 years ago. Nobody gives a shit. This is literally the gayest thing you have ever done. You leave every sexual partner you've ever been with, if you've ever been with one, completely unsatisfied. The fleshlight looks in shame and smokes a cigarette because it isn't fucking finished.
This is 5 years old. Imagine being jilted about a fling 5 years on.
And I think the worst part is she wants him so bad.
I know, dude. It's like, you know that Family Guy skit where they're talking about like, well, I don't know, she's not really sending me signals, and then it's like a lady in bed and it's like a fucking air traffic controller with the lights like leaning right down there.
Yes. It's just like, she wants you so bad. She's literally telling you that she wants to record herself literally fucking somebody else and sometimes to think about you. Do you know, like, listen, I'm here to tell you, chat, sticking your dick in crazy is fun. Don't listen to what the haters tell you.
Oh my god,
sometimes
this is such bad advice too.
BPD makes it tighter. I don't know what to do.
Oh my god. We're really advocating for a new like horror-based society. I don't
it's just so funny because this is like also this is clearly like this is the e-dating fucking this is the e-dating nonsense. I can't, because it's just like, again, I said this in chat, I said this to you too. It's one of those things where it's like all these VTubers constantly portray themselves as hypersexual on their platforms and then get fucking shocked when they're flirting behind the scenes. It's so like, yeah, some of them don't just joke, some of them mean it. This is not me throwing shade at anybody. Like there are VTubers and other people that use their models for OF, or they use their models and then they have their real personality, like their flesh body behind the OF wall. That's perfectly fine and perfectly reasonable, and girls, guys, NBs, fucking get that money. But don't be surprised when you're flirting with somebody on and off camera and they flirt back. Shocker. Ay, ay, ay. I can't.
It's crazy. Who would imagine getting feelings when somebody makes like erotic content and then you spend time with them and they also talk erotically to you in private?
Yeah, like it's just like, oh no. Hey, listen, I get it. Sometimes it's the tee hee ha ha. The only reason I don't know Bao because of the whatchamahoosit, not because of the inflation stuff. Bao loves Radon from fucking Elden Ring, the Wolf Boy, and that's all I've ever seen of Bao. Like screams anytime she heard the voice actor. Perfectly fine. It's not throwing shade. It's just like sometimes some people's personas are hypersexual, and I get it. It's tee hee ha ha my Oshi, but it's weird. It's just, let's say the quiet part out loud. Oh,
It's Blade. It's
Blad is the
Blade,
wolf boy.
not Radon.
Blade.
Yeah.
I
Radon's the
listen.
big
Oh yeah,
giant.
Radon is,
Yeah.
yeah, big giant on the horse whose twink brother is that the one whose twink brother wants to do the things to him?
I don't know.
Oh,
Sure.
there's so much. There's so, everyone wants to. It's incest. Elden Ring is an incest game. Fake gamer, yeah, I am. Listen, I just wanted to come crash out. I need to be Diesel's anger translator sometimes. The soy has come off. The soy has been lifted.
I need to change your reactive to something else.
You need my reactive?
Yeah, you're still a block of tofu.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I need like, there needs to be like an angry Falgy. It just kind of like, we do need to find it. It's guys. Yes, I know it's blood. I know. I'm so sorry, chat. I will. I am fake gamer. Fake gamer supreme. I just wanted to yell. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Falgy. Oh my god. What a guy. What a guy. The tofu seems vaguely angry. This bite was evidently nothing serious for her, and just a means of keeping herself occupied. She felt the need to string me along with proclamations of real love, which again, I was silly to have believed in the first place, but still. She probably did like you. She's probably, what, early 20s? She probably did like you. She probably really did actually care for you. But she's, like, stupid and doesn't know how to, like, make a decision and doesn't know what to, like, pick for, like, what makes her, like, happy and all that. Yeah, dude, my internet's just fucking bad. My internet's just fucking bad, so just refresh. But yeah, she probably, like, is it stringing along? Yes, but also she probably did, because every time I've, like, ever had a conversation with a woman about something like this, they usually do actually like the guy. They just can't, like, buckle down and make a hard decision because of something sunk cost fallacy. That's usually the one that I hear a lot. I live in the middle of nowhere. That's why. I really want to fix that. but that's just the life I live now, so that's why I stream be like this sometimes, you know. It just happens. But yeah, as I was saying, for those of you that couldn't hear me, yeah, Cinder probably really did like him because if she's what, early 20s, this happens. I've seen this a lot actually with either my friends or fucking random women that I used to know or relationships I used to have, right? Where it's like I like a guy, but I'm with this guy. I'm really interested in this guy. I really care about him and all this and blah 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 blah. But I feel stuck with this and I don't want to do this, right? I think this is just a really common experience that people have. I think you need to get through it and realize that you need to actually put your own like love life and health first. But I've definitely seen it. I've seen this before. It do be that way sometimes. It do be that way sometimes. For obvious reasons, I won't share any of the explicit sexting. I really would love to see that actually. Not just because it's not safe for work, but I also just don't think it helps. It would help me. It would help me. It would make me laugh. However, note that it all went on for several months, including more than just text, as both the date and the contents of the following screenshots proved. I mean, it looked like something was going on down there anyway. It's called fingering, dear. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Dude, Elden Ring, fingering, try finger butthole. One reason I felt it was important to share these details in particular is because I never found out if Red got told about what happened, especially not in full lucidity. The primary reason I've held on to this all for so long was an itching feeling that Red never fully knew. It's also like not, I don't really know. Is it really this guy's place? Is this really where you share this? Is Twitter the place where you share this? Because I feel like it's not. Right? Foul tarnished, fingering thy maidens when thou art maidenless. Hold on, I can do that better. Foul tarnished, thou hast traveled the mist or beast, but thine fingers call out to maidens. Thou hast tried fingering thine butthole. I can't. Foul tarnished, doth have come in thine hole. Oh my god. Okay, wait, let me get this straight. All this happened because Red was trying to simp for Cinder and fumbled his manager job, and now everyone knows he's a cuck. Well, this has nothing to do with anything. Cinder and Red might not even be dating anymore, but this guy is preemptively explaining that actually their relationship 5 years ago was was filled with you know, being unfaithful. So really, this whole part about the sexting relationship has nothing to do with anything, and this guy is just taking a shot because he's angry. Red never fully knew, and it would be unnecessary drama, so I left it alone. But now it seems a good as time as any. Guys, you know you can break up with someone and not make it a public discourse? Crazy. Red, if you're reading this, I'm sorry for all that happened back then. I really am. But given the actions you two have taken together regarding other YouTubers, I think you're perfect for each other regardless. This guy's looking to catch some kills on his sheet, dude. After Cinder got done using me for fleeting sexual gratification, our conversation slowed down, exacerbated by Cinder's character coming into fruition and finding immediate success. I'd stopped making content for a decent length of time by then, and thus she no longer felt she could ladder climb from me. Hey, what was your exam for? I haven't been on this Discord account super often, so I missed a bit. She made a new group chat without me. I kid, but yeah, there are entrance exams for uni college. Nice, congrats on passing them. I've just been on the VTuber side of things, working with commissions and whatnot. What? And Cinder doesn't want to be my friend, only Tashi does? It's just easier not having multiple ongoing conversations. Oh no, I had a fling and then my fling got over me. Oh. This guy is actually a fucking idiot. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, boo-hoo. I don't know. Like, obviously, yeah, okay, I get it. Like, it's a shame. It's a shame, you know? She fucking left you. You also didn't capitalize on it, right? Like, not to incentivize you being like a cheater or a whore or anything, but like, you didn't shoot your shot. Like, maybe you should have like been like, hey, I like sexting with you. I'll meet up with you. Or like, I like sexting with you. Fucking leave your man for me. Like, yeah, he should have stopped pushing her away for the morals and just tapped. I know that's evil and Diesel's encouraging a evil behavior, but okay, like this is just a skill issue, yes. Until eventually she stopped using that account altogether and fully committed to Cinder, and I never heard from her again. Something I was uncannily aware would happen even back then. I'll message you at this time in 2022, and you won't even remember who I am. I'd never forget you. Oh my god, this guy is actually a cuck loser. This guy is such a loser. That's pretty much it. This wasn't meant to be a witch hunt. We all make mistakes. This is a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. This did not need to be public. Don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding the love of your life. I like that. We all make mistakes, including me, as I've shown in the same document. I think you should post more of your own personal DMs with Cinder. I would like to read how you guys sexted. I want to give a play-by-play analysis of it, actually. It felt like a good time to get things off my chest that have been on it for half a decade now. I gotta be honest, brother, get over it. Get over it, get over it, get over it. Get laid and get over it. Okay? It's been 5 years. Get the fuck over it. Are you a man or what? Because you're a grown-ass man. Alright? Go get some pussy, bitch. Even though I know how bad I look alongside her, she's an opportunist whenever she can find a way to be. Oh my god, you're actually a loser. You're actually a loser. You should crash out. You're an incel. You're an incel. But, chat, burn this man at the stake. Mods, hang him from the gallows. I'm just gonna throw this one at the end because it's kind of funny for me to see in retrospect. Okay, thanks for reading. Don't forget about me when you become a big popular YouTuber. Oh my god, this guy is a loser. Oh my god, that's rough. Oh my god. Oh my god. Everything I've read about that was just the worst. Sprite, the VTuber that Cinder Red Claim copied her, it appears. Oh my god, my experience with Cinder. Another one. Another one. Dude, these people are writing bigger essays than I wrote in like college, dude. This is crazy. Guys, don't hate. Don't hate people. Anyway, I'm going to say something that'll make you hate them. Mods, he is tarnished, devoid of the grace of gold. Love and admiration goes out to an analyst and blah, 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 blah. In this screenshot is a VTuber talking about very clearly. Since the beginning of my VTuber journey, I've written my backstory on lore that I am sorry, but this is stupid. This is so stupid. In my backstory and lore, I am the daughter of Cerberus, and though an unforeseen summoning mishap, the Greek goddess Hecate, as many know, as Cerberus is a species of hellhound, and has always incorporated the number 3 in my design and followed the 3 heads of Cerberus. I can't. Oh my god. Making a definitive switch to a Cerberus label brought me a sense of relief, because the last thing I wanted was to be constantly compared or harassed at this point. I don't want to be associated with her due to all the negativity that was being thrown my way. Loathsome dung eater Maxing. She stole my mythology reference. Dude, this is actually the most unhinged, stupid shit ever, okay? You don't, this person is, we're getting really far. We're like, this is like 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever, dude. This is how far we are in this drama. The creator space is broad, and I stumble across creators larger than myself I had not heard of before. I never once stole her ideas at all. I want to do is be unique in my own way. Oh, brother. So Sinder and guys, they both have ears. You gotta understand. Oh boy. Her post debut, blah blah blah, seemed off. Her posting a debut announcement trailer the same day as my 2.0 debut seems off, but I shrugged it off as a coincidence because things happen. However, it wasn't the last time something like this had happened. There had been multiple times where I had done something, and either day or shortly after I was made aware or discovered later that something had been posted, making me feel like I was being watched constantly. I tried my best to believe that it was coincidental and not ill intent on their part. My stomach hurts. My ribs hurt from laughing at this. I'm trying to get through it all. Uh, there are many times I designed a new outfit that I was really excited for, but afterwards, Cinder would release outfits or models with similarities to it. I didn't think much of it at first because it's normal to have such similarities or shared inspirations from other creators. The VTubing community is a large space and similarities are normal. I'm not speaking on whether my designs were taken directly as reference. I'm addressing the need for unprovoked tweets mentioned in the screenshot above and showing that I made statements it was clear I was not stealing ideas. What is this? This is none of this is anything. None of this is evidence of anything. Oh my god. On July 20th, 2022, Malia Live, my model mama and I worked on a comfy girl goth outfit. I had rips in my t-shirt and a G-string and shorts and spiked wrist cuffs. 2 weeks later, after Cinder debuted a similar outfit, I included the earliest image that I could find of Cinder with this outfit. I received many negative comments about my design from people assuming that I copied her when it debuted 2 weeks ago. I got called off-brand Cinder and just a bunch of horrible things. Oh my god, cry me a river. People are going to be mean to you on the internet. I don't know what's with these screenshots, but both of these look really fucked up in this image. And I mean, also, by the way, this whole like design that both of them have is very generic. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's not a goth outfit. It's like the prostitute I pick up outfit. Like I don't like. Yeah, who cares what the peanut gallery thinks? But like while we're here, like this is like what there's so many. There's so many things. Uh, this is just like okay, and like I've seen this. Like I've read enough dojins in my day to know that this is like a fucking like you just see this outfit. I've seen it like a billion times before. I've seen this outfit with real women. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like brother, buddy, Kristen Ark, hello. Kristen Ark, I'm deep into weeds of some of the most vitriolic VTuber drama ever, okay? You gotta understand this. God, okay. I discovered this merchandise that she used for Uwu Market and had to do a double take because of the gray-blue skin tone used in art. Several people thought it was me, and similarities speak for themselves, I feel. Well, yours, I feel like your model is just thicker. Like you literally just have a wider design. Like maybe it's because I was primed with this, but it's very clear because like the hair and like there's a lot of differences like that. But also respectfully, if you were to tell me that you're Cerberus from Greek myth, I would not believe you. Oh my god. On April 29th, 2024, I designed a Greek goddess outfit on stream. I'm a Cerberus VTuber, so it fit my lore completely. I mentioned that I may or may not be able to get a future Greek goddess outfit because it fits my branding. About 4 months ago, Sinder debuted a Heaven Okami inspired outfit that was white and gold, resembling, dude, blue black dress or white gold dress. About 4 months ago, Cinder debuted a Heavenly Okami dress. It was white and gold, resembling a Greek goddess. I'm actually going to crash out. She also included Greek columns. I know I have a goal. I have a Cupid outfit. And it is Greek inspired, but it is actually based on a model for a Sims 4 mod. Yeah, that's Oh my god. About 4 months ago, Cinder did I've read that 3 times now. At this point, I felt like nothing could come up that would even be slightly original to me. I'm aware that nothing is completely original, but I wanted my own identity. I think her redesign is better. Is that her redesign? 10 times better. 10 times better. You actually made something that looked original. Obviously, I think, you know, you could be more Cerberus, but that's just like my personal opinion. Read the docket. Better Goblin Man. Listen, I know exactly what you're telling me to look at, Chris. I'm not doing it right now. That's another stream. But all of it is this bad, dude. All of it is this bad. Like, yeah, like I don't know. Her design is better with the blue skin and stuff like that. I think it's nicer, and it also differentiates her a lot. No, I'm talking about the VTuber thing you were doing. Oh. On April 20th, 2024, I debuted a new model for my model mama, REVT. I got a hoodie with a cute design on top, and I had the side bangs covering my eyes. 2025, Cinder debuted a sports hoodie with side bangs covering her eyes. Okay, okay, all right. You know what? Twice is a coincidence. 3 times, brother. This is also like not that big of a deal. Like this, are you serious? Does this really matter? I gotta be frank. But also, this is definitely, she's probably taking notes. I won't lie. But I will also say that this is really it doesn't really matter conversation, okay? uh Yeah, look at the alt girlies being mad. They both shop at Hot Topic. There's some instances that I do not have screenshots of. For example, I remember posting about my first ASMR stream. The day that I was supposed to do said art stream, Cinder plugged her ASMR channel. I thought it was a bit suspect, but I brushed it off. Okay, in Cinder's defense, she had been doing ASMR a long time ago. Okay. I don't have a screenshot of the comments and the bullying that I received from her community. There were too many, it became too much to keep track of, and I just started ignoring them because I never wanted to save images of their words that hurt me. Okay, get thick skin. Sorry. I don't even want to read the harassing comments in the first place. I just want to be left alone and be happy in my own space. I received the DM on the 25th of 2023. I will not disclose who the sender was without their consent. The sender expressed to me they were getting bullied by Cinder and a certain member of Cinder's community because she had fire ears as well. She had fire in her ears. I never responded to DM because I wanted to stay away from the drama as much as possible. Oh my brother in Christ. Have you ever had any messages from the VTuber Cinder regarding your design, blah, blah, blah? I'd like to clarify, I'm not saying that your design looks like hers. I was scrolling, I saw your totally awesome design. When I saw the flames near the ears, I had flashbacks and thought, oh no. Yes, Dios. I'm very sad and disappointed in the situation. I had my suspicions about this, but I never wanted to be a part of the drama, so I kept quiet. I had also seen things that happen when a creator stands up for themselves and receives a major backlash, even if they're right for vocalizing their concerns. I've always designed my own models. I've even got inspiration from Cerberus with the chains and spikes. I gotta be honest, brother. You just look like another alt woman. I'm sorry. Disney's Hades because I called myself a goth GF. Oh, yeah, oh, a woman in her 20s with dyed hair calls herself the goth GF. Daring today, aren't we? Don't get me wrong, I love goth women as much as the next guy. In fact, I love goth women, but like, brother, are you fucking let's not say that you're quirky or different. Like, come on. I'm not quirky or different for saying I like goth women either, by the way. Wouldn't this be an indictment of Nanolis since Cinder doesn't make her models? Yeah. Too much to ask with the V. Yeah. Knowing that I was being watched and talked poorly about really hurts, especially when they never attempted to interact with me. A person I don't know and don't like is talking badly about me, and I'm upset about it. Why do you care? Oh my god, he likes goth women. Me too, buddy. Here's a nickel. Okay. And so basically this whole document was her being like, isn't it interesting how our designs had similarities throughout time? Which I mean, yeah, I guess, and I agree that they are quite similar. I don't know who that's an indictment of. I don't know if it's an indictment of Cinder, yourself, or Nanolis, but I don't think it's actually worth the time and effort. And the people complaining are like 2 IQ fucking viewer Andys. So why the fuck do you give a shit about them? The fact that Cinder cares what these randos think and wants to be the most original fucker out there when she's just the girl is like absolutely fucking hilarious. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, Cinder should grow the fuck up and not give a shit that people compare her to other VTubers, okay? This person should grow the fuck up and not care that viewers compare them to other VTubers, okay? Because none of the designs are original. It's all just an anime girl who's doing literally every single VTuber is a gotcha pull. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Fucking hell, dude. Another one. Here's Silvervale. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. I should have to stay. Blah blah blah. Oh, I should have to say this, but me putting out this statement is not a call to excuse anyone to turn this situation into a witch hunt. If I get one more fucking document that says I'm not turning this into a witch hunt, I am gonna personally rally up the witch hunters, and we are going to go find all the witches. Okay, we're gonna find the warlocks too. Actually, okay, I'm gonna start the fucking Inquisition. I'm gonna start the fucking Inquisition because this is ridiculous. Dude, how many times have they said I don't want to start a witch hunt while also participating in a witch hunt? What did you Oh my god. The artificers are next. I will take we're gonna take the artificers and we're gonna move them. I'm gonna bring back the greatness of Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna bring it back. We're gonna take the wizards, take the sorcerers, and we're gonna move them into the Underdark. You know, I spoke to Loth. She's a great lady. We're gonna work with her. We're gonna bring all the people. We're gonna bring our homegrowns and take them to the Underdark. What's the Drow city? Is it Menzo Baranzan or whatever? How do I pronounce it? We're gonna build a new gate at Baldur's Gate, and it's going to be great, people. Menzo Baranzan. I've been there. I've seen it. Menzo Baranzan's a great place. We're gonna take them. We're gonna take all the artificers, and they're gonna go. I'm gonna have them. They're gonna become slaves. They're gonna be working in the camps. Majority of these messages are from Redacted, Cinder's manager. I find it impossible to act that he acted solely on his own. Oh my god. This is about Silver's model nano. Yeah, a lot of okay, so basically all these messages are about Cinder and blah 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 blah. I am Vtuber1 in the screenshots provided by Nano in her document, right? We already read over these messages. We know that it's Cinder and the redacteds. I've been a friend and client to Nano for years, and seeing how she was manipulated and abused by Cinder. Okay, are we really gonna say that this is manipulated and abused? Are we really gonna say that? Are we gonna actually say that? Okay, I've dealt with some of the most deplorable people on planet fucking Earth, okay, as like a fucking drama tuber. I've dealt with people who probably should be in prison. not the woe is me myself, but really, really, this is abused. This is a honey. I'll show you abused. We're gonna take the VTubers and we're gonna send them to El Salvador. We're gonna take them. We're gonna get rid of them, people. Oh my god. Cinder in Red makes me livid. She is the absolute sweetheart and just wants her clients to be happy. It breaks my heart to see how she was treated like a tool and a resource to be used for growth rather than a talented living person. Guys, I honestly, do we know how? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too business built. God. We're gonna be we're gonna make them it's great again, okay? We're gonna be sending them to the rot swamps. Oh my god. I'm proud of Nano for having the courage to come forward and speak with all the affected people. Cinder and I. Discovering all that was going on behind the scenes has been gut-wrenching. I don't know Cinder. We weren't friends and we've barely talked. Even writing, everybody's like, this was gut-wrenching. This really turned me upside down. Dude, I swear to God, these people wouldn't last a day. They wouldn't last a day in this community, man. Even writing this, I do not understand what I've possibly done to warrant this level of malice and cruelty shown. In our private interactions, I was always cordial as possible. You know what, Silvervale? You're canceled. You played Hogwarts Legacy. I think I'm gonna whataboutism this, actually. But I wasn't interested in associating with her professionally or being her friend. In our private interactions, I was cordial as possible, but I just wasn't interested in associating with her professionally or being her friend. Guys, I'm telling you that there's a conversation that happened in private that we are not hearing about. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I'm telling you, there's no way that didn't happen. There's a lot of, like, breadcrumbs here that say that, okay? Turkey Thomas would call them gay, and they would literally explode on the spot. Yeah, that's true. Well, they would just relitigate that he's like a neo-Nazi or whatever, right? Because that's what happens. I'm like I said, I'm the woke one, so it's kind of hard. But like I'm dark woke. I'm willing to say the things that they're afraid to say. I'm the truth seeker. He said the N-word one time. Listen, we've all said it. It happens. Don't say dark woke. Who's said dark woke? I know Elon Musk said dark woke, but I want to reclaim that word. I want to reclaim it. I'm not saying scumbag leftist because that's what I've heard Destiny referred to as. And he had sex with Nick Fuentes, so that's like a non-starter. Let's see. I felt uncomfortable in my interactions I did have with her, and I had gotten the vibe that her primary goal was to climb the social and content ladder and grow her brand. I'm fully aware. Okay, so if you're interacting in a professional capacity with people, like be personal, be personable, all that stuff, but like, Jesus. I'm fully aware of how common that attitude is, and that's just how you grow in this sphere, but I personally don't have the emotional fortitude or bandwidth to add friendships for the express purpose of growth. For the record, I think it's fine to have that view and approach to content creation, but I also reserve the right to simply not vibe with someone. I would much rather not associate with someone at all than pretend to be their friend for the purpose of growing my brand. Wow, who cares? Yeah. You're the left's Andrew Tate. Don't do that. I haven't had the No, I was gonna say I haven't had the opportunity to traffic someone, but I would not traffic anybody. That's bad. Crime is bad. I would much rather not associate with someone at all than pretend blah blah blah. The only time I'd actually talk with her directly was during my meet and greet at TwitchCon 2023. I like meeting YouTubers and having conversations with them. I had really great conversations with some YouTubers recently. I don't know if I'd be friends with them, but I really enjoyed my company with them, and I don't really want anything out of them. I don't usually do content with other people aside from my podcast, um, but you know, I just I don't really understand the whole collab nature, and I don't really feel like I need to do it personally. But I don't know. I feel like in the VTubing industry, they don't want to say that it's a business. You know? Yeah, God forbid a VTuber treat it as a business. I feel like they don't want it. So I've been recording podcast episodes with the guys in advance so I could put it out weekly. Which yes, I know there's like a period of the podcast not coming out, but there is episodes done. Um, the only time I talked with her directly was during a meet and greet at TwitchCon 2023. I just finished up my meet and greet. It was wrapping up, and she walked directly to the screen to meet me and had someone else take pictures of us together. I was not informed of this picture or asked permission for it, and I only knew about it once I saw it on Twitter later on. Okay, not to be that guy, but this is quite literally not you. I know that that's you as your VTuber, but like I don't know what to tell you, but really? Okay. Hey, can I take a picture of you on the TV screen? This is just... Oh, boy. I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But I just want you to understand, Silvervale, even though you're not watching this. I just want you to understand that people who are not terminally online will look at you and go, "You're crazy." Also, Cinder really loved meeting you and wanted to collab, so I told her I'd let you know and I could throw you guys in a group chat if you're interested. Hello, I appreciate the sentiment, but I prefer not to do collabs. No worries. Hoping you have a good weekend. Oh, thanks. I'm just busy with lots of IRL stuff coming up. Sorry for not being interested in a collab. I just like to do my own thing, but I'm always open to messages. I hope you had fun at the con and everything went okay. Yeah, I feel I don't like Silvervale because she kind of seemed like, I don't know, it seems like if push came to shove, she bend over backwards, but I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, she likes being the victim. Okay. Yeah, like this is like really indefensible. I don't know how anybody is gonna nobody's gonna like if you're someone who's plugged into VTuber culture, you'd probably understand where Silver's coming from. But like if you're a normal person, you'd look at this and go, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty reasonable. Uh, let's see. After the meet and greet, she contacted my manager at Mythic to ask me to collab with her. See, Silvervale would also be considered indie, but Silvervale is, in my opinion, not indie at all. To ask me to collab with her, I told them I would rather not collab, but I accepted her friend request on Discord after turning her down. In private DM, she reached out to me and asked me to do merch or other various forms of collab to be monetized, which I again declined. I will always prioritize my mental health and peace over any potential profit that would make me feel used transactionally and put me out of my comfort zone. Okay, actually, I gotta be honest, you might actually be the most, you're stupid. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Just like, this is like, yeah, now you're just fumbling a bag. I will always tell a tuber to get that bag, you know, but like, dude. I guess a lot of us got sick the last couple of parties. I hope you had a good time at the meet and greet. It was nice to see you there. But no worries if you don't prefer to stream together. My manager suggested something so like sponsorships, merch, etc., or some kind of other projects together. Maybe that method could help with if needed. I love the chat more either way. No worries. It's been super hectic for everything. I hope you feel better. I'm really flattered by the persistence, but I'm not interested in transactional relationships with anyone. I hope you can understand. Dude, I'm telling you, Silvervale is one of the biggest catty bitches ever. There's no way that you can read a message like that. I'm telling you, that bitch be gossiping, dude. She be gossiping. This girl be gossiping. She's too unbusiness pilled for something not to be freaky deaky with her. You know what I mean? But yeah, she just I honestly, unironically, I get it. Cinder might be like a piece of shit, but her ignoring the bag so many times is actually kind of fucking bananas. I had a live 2D model in the works for my birthday, which Nano eventually canceled. I was devastated, as Nano was the one who I originally asked if she could do the model, and she was excited to make it with all the new things she had learned, and my birthday was special. At the time, the reason given was health and stress reasons, would give a sense given how much was on Nano's plate, and despite my disappointment expressed my support for her prioritizing my mental health. I am now aware the actual reason for her decline to work with me at Umberto was pressure from Redacted and Cinder. Oh yes, Nano is completely incapable of doing anything themselves. It's actually always Cinder and Redacted who did it. And Cinder and fucking Nano has no culpability in this whatsoever. I understand that Redacted and Cinder are pressuring Nano to do this. Nano agreed to do that though, which should speak to Nano's character in some regard, I think. It's shitty and it sucks, and I understand that Redacted and Cinder should rightfully get shit for that. But why does Nano get zero shit for that? I think it's pretty justifiable. Jesus. Who is this handsome green lettuce? Oh my god. uh thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, it's thundering outside. That's why my internet's bad. Oh my god. Silver, I have to cancel the model com. I'm really sorry. My manager told me I have to cancel the most comms possible for health reasons. Are you kidding me? This is actually getting really ridiculous. This is getting really ridiculous. Now you have a manager. How many managers do you guys have? I was looking forward to it so much. I love your art so much. I've been excited for a new I can't fucking read all these. This is actually giving me chest pains. Oh my god, I didn't think much of it at the time, but Cinder messaged me on Discord right before my model was canceled. She celebrated that we shared art, despite the fact that at the same time she and Redacted were working to actively take the potential more away. Hey Silver, I just got your gamer stuff in the mail and it looks amazing. It's so cute that we both have Nano's art on our merch. She's both our model mama. Oh my god, brother. Dude, this is like catty bitch central, dude. All these people are crying out as they take shots at Cinder, and Cinder's just like, oh my god, isn't it crazy how we have so much in common? I'm such a normal person who's like really great.